Hello. Hello. Trying to use my stream deck. Not very good at it. Hello everyone. Feels like it's been a while. I have a Hoge stupid hair doing its thing over here. Don't look. Hello. Feels like it's been a while. Don't worry. We're live. We're doing it. I'm not wearing any makeup today because my face is still mad at me every time I put makeup on, and I decided it's not worth it. But I've never done a stream without even a little bit of makeup on, so it feels very weird. So I guess that's just a fun thing I'm putting out there. How are y'all today? Happy Friday. I figured today we could talk a little bit about Pluralsight Link, which is the event that I went to this week, why I missed my Wednesday stream. And oh my gosh, I had such a good time. It was incredible, and I'm excited to tell y'all all about it. I just took my badge out of my hoodie pocket because I brought it upstairs so I could show you. I don't go to a lot of events anymore these days, a lot of tech events. I'm being extra picky because I have a toddler and because COVID is still a thing and I desperately do not want to get long COVID. So when I do go to an event, I mask the whole time that I'm indoors, and I try to take precautions, but the biggest thing is just like being choosier about what I go to, right? So when I heard about this event, I was like, oh man, this sounds like DevRel summer camp. I don't really know what to expect, but I think I'm into it. So I decided it was worth it, and I'm so glad I went because it was absolutely worth it. It's like one of the best events I've been to in a long time. And I hope they do it again next year, and I hope I can go next year. So if you're not familiar with Pluralsight, they are a learning platform, specifically, I think, for tech learning. And I've never actually used Pluralsight, but you can bet I'm doing that now. They actually hosted a tech skills day yesterday where they hosted just a bunch of different talks about, varying tech skills related things, upskilling, things you can do to improve your career and your knowledge, and so on and so forth. But enough about yesterday. Let's go back a couple days. So this was a 3-day event. It was in New Orleans, which was amazing. New Orleans is a great city. I'm not a partier, I'm not a drinker, I'm not a reveler, but even then there's still just so much culture there, and it's such a unique city in the US that it is just so much fun to go to. So I really had a good time with that. I love New Orleans. This is my badge. Hello. Look how cute the branding is, by the way. All the little squigglies. Hello. Please focus. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a beauty vlogger. Hello. Okay, well, it looks fine over here. You can see my name actually clearer. Yes. And I have the world's longest title and stuff because they were like, what else do you want to put on your badge? And I was like, I guess I'll put my pronouns in my Twitter bio or my Twitter handle, and then it's just so long. But yeah, it was in New Orleans. Showed up on Monday, and Monday was mainly just like hanging out with people and then a dinner. And I was so excited because I knew a couple of folks that I have befriended or worked with but not met in person were going to be there. And sure enough, first time we get there, like first couple minutes, I'm going to keep saying we because Colby came with me, Coding Vibe came with me, which was just a delight. But yeah, so first few minutes we get there, we're trying to check into our room, and who should we see but Chael Codes, my good friend Chael Codes, who I adore and love. And it was just so nice to be able to see her in person for the first time. We had not met previously. And then, just like hanging out in the lobby, like there were like snacks and drinks and stuff. And hello, Coding Vibe. I just mentioned you. And we already, it's like, hello, Chill Codes. Hello, friends that we know, which was just delightful. Like, normally when you go to tech events, like you might know some of the people, but you don't know all of the people. And it felt like I knew a good amount. It was kind of interesting. And then that night they had a little welcome dinner, and oh my gosh, this was so cute. They had a drinks historian. So it was not only, like in a really cool part of the hotel, you had this amazing view of the city. Let me find my photo of it for y'all. But also they had a drinks historian who was telling like fun facts about New Orleans and the drinks that define the city, which was really cool. So this is the view from the room. Are you gonna focus? Do I have to share my screen for these? Is that what we're gonna do? You're gonna make me do that? Really? Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, hold on. We'll figure this out together. Let me pull up. I don't think I've actually got this one on my computer, so hold while I send this to myself. But yeah, it was on this really cool part of the hotel, so it had like an amazing view of the city, and then we got to learn about the drinks that define New Orleans, and they also had a little jazz band playing, so it was just like really like the vibes were right. And that was great. They also had a little like mural that people could color, and so like people would just be like, I'm gonna go color BRB, and I loved that, especially like if you're an anxious person. This is the view from the room, like through the window. You can see the river, you can see just like a whole bunch of the buildings. The hotel is a historic hotel, but it's one of the tallest buildings in the area, so you get like, you really feel like you're on top of the whole city, whereas like most of the other tall buildings are newer hotels. Like there's just like a Sheraton that just looks like a Sheraton that could be in any city, and that's one of the taller ones. But yeah, that was really, really cool. So yeah, that was the first day. Cool little mural, whatever. It was just kind of like, get in town, let's go. And the second day, yeah, they're all very wee little buildings in the French Quarter. Also, this was the nicest hotel. It's the Hotel Monteleone. Let me pull it up. Which I hadn't heard of before. Like I didn't have any contacts going in, but my parents, who love to go to New Orleans and are party people, were like, "Oh, that's the hotel with the carousel bar." So this is the hotel, the front of the hotel. It's historic. It's beautiful. It had like maybe the best service I've ever had. Like, look at these rooms. They're wild. Luxurious accommodations, rooms and suites. And yeah, so they have this bar that is a carousel, and it actually spins while you're sitting on it, which is cool. I mean, come on. I'm trying to find like a picture of the actual part that spins, not just like, here we go. Oh, they're not going to let me zoom in. Here we go. So like you sit on the carousel and it slowly rotates around the bartenders, which is kind of cool, right? Like that's unique. So the hotel was incredible too. So yeah, the first day is just getting settled in and being like, wow, I can't believe this hotel is so cool. And then the second day, the first thing we did was this thing called Coffee Talk. That can't be it, because that's a video game. Oh, Lean Coffee. That's what it is. Yeah, I took a little picture just for my own reference, so it's not like the best picture in the world. But Lean Coffee. Wish more coffee shops did cool bar things. True. Yeah, I agree with that, because coffee shops are more my vibe, and bars, I love when bars do cool, unique stuff, but like, yeah, I'm not a drinker, so I'm like just sitting there. Well, I could go for a good mocktail, and I think those are getting more popular, like a non-alcoholic option. But I still feel weird being there, because like the way that the model is for bars is they're expecting you to drink, and if you don't drink, then they're not making money. Yeah, so the first thing we did the next day was Lean Coffee, which I actually really like this. I think I'm gonna steal this for I don't know, meetings and stuff, like anything where you want to have some conversation, but like you need icebreakers. But this didn't feel like one of those awkward icebreakers they have you do, right? So it's called Lean Coffee, and the idea is first everybody adds Post-it notes to a board, and it's ideas for things to talk about. And like obviously this was a tech event, but it was a mix of like tech things, work things, non-tech things, you know, whatever you wanted. And then everybody does a very quick pitch about their Post-its that they posted, and then everyone gets 2 votes, and you vote for which ones you want to talk about. And then you start talking about the thing with the most votes. And then from there, you spend 5 minutes on each thing. You talk about it. You can take notes, whatever. And then after 5 minutes, you stop and you vote. And it's just a quick thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, who wants to stay on topic? Who wants to switch to a different topic? And then you do the next one that is the next highest voted. And this was actually really great, because the constant timing like, I was worried that it would feel like it interrupted, but instead it was pretty nice to check in and see like, okay, who's engaged with this topic still and who's not. And if the majority is not engaged, we move on to the next thing. So yeah, there was a couple things that we stayed on for 2 or 3 cycles even. And then other ones that we did 1 cycle and we were like, okay, I think we've exhausted that. So that was actually really cool. I'm going to steal this for something in the future. I'd never seen this before. So we did lean coffee. And the next thing that we did was, it was a kind of an open thing for the afternoon. So you could do lightning talks. Well, no, it was lightning talks were next. Was that right? Keep me honest. I have such a terrible memory. So lightning talks, if you're not familiar with the idea of a lightning talk, it's kind of just an off the cuff talk. I took a picture of Colby doing one. So you can see on here, you just write whatever you want to write on the board, and then they go through and everyone does their lightning talk. They're usually like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like pretty short. They didn't actually time, so they were at varying length, but no one went too long or anything like that. So we have like all kinds of topics. There's like put your whole self in, which I thought was a really fun topic idea, because it's about like, you know, putting your whole self into work, but you're doing the hokey pokey. Skills-based work structure, the future of DevRel in the AI age, the power of storytelling in team building, remote work, leadership and self-deception, just all kinds of stuff. And this is Colby giving his, which is the joy of coding. So it was like a short version of a talk that he gave earlier this year. And you could tell that some folks, like, for some people, this is something that they've practiced before. For some people, this is literally off the cuff. And I did one the second day that was about creative cross-training, which, like, now that I've done it as a lightning talk, I'm like, maybe I want to develop this a little bit more, because I think this could actually be like a whole talk, which is really fun. So yeah, that was really fun. You get to learn about just a huge amount of different things in a short period of time. And what's so fun about all these pictures is I look and I'm like, oh, there's my friend Rachel. There's my friend Becca. Like, it's so fun to just know everybody. And, you know, even though I didn't know everybody going in, obviously, it, like, I met really great people, but I also got to see people that I already like connected with previously in one way or another, but hadn't met in person yet. And just incredible. So yeah, then we did lightning talks. And then after lunch, this was sort of a choose your own adventure. They did a hackathon. I'm kind of understanding pictures from this event. You mean like now that you've done this event, you're like, oh, this is why people take pictures. Oh yeah. It's so you remember. And also so that, like, you know, you can look back and be like, yeah, those are my friends. Yeah. So after lunch, it was a choose your own adventure. You could either do a hackathon project with folks, or you could do, soldering your own light up badge. And I chose soldering. Yeah, they are all cool friends. Look at us doing our stuff. Colby teaching me how to solder. Just so you know, this is the part I did okay at, but I did not have an easy time soldering. So don't let this picture fool you, okay? But we did these light up badges that have these LEDs in them. So we soldered the LEDs to it and soldered the battery holder thing into it. I'm showing you like you can see, but I'm on the wrong screen for that. Hold on. This was my handiwork. Don't look too close. So yeah, we soldered these 4 LEDs and then the battery holder. And I think my battery is actually already dead, which is fine. It was only supposed to last 24 hours and I took it out at some point, but I forgot to take it out again. So it's dead, but it would like cycle through rainbow colors on the lights, which is cool. Let me go back. So yeah, that was really fun actually, because I'd never used a soldering iron before, and you could tell, I feel like I was the only person who'd never like done anything with one before, like, or even looked at one, because you touch the actual solder and it just like immediately starts smoking, and I was like, gasp, and no one else gasped. And like, you know, it's really hot, so you don't want to touch it and everything. And I was like, I'm kind of scared. But everyone managed to get it done. And it was kind of like a waterfall, like cascading thing where like one person taught our group, and then those people that did it first taught the rest of the people, and so on and so forth. So that was pretty fun. And then the hackathon projects, I actually stuck around for the presentations, and they were all really fun. I think the way that it worked was they were assigned an API to use, and then they could make whatever project they wanted with that. So one was like the Lego API, and they built a website that shows you Lego sets sorted by decade or sorted by like, I don't know, popularity. So you could like vote for which ones you liked and things like that. There was one that was, I guess it was a Star Wars data API. So it had information about all the characters in Star Wars, and they made Swinder, which is Star Wars Tinder. And you would swipe left and swipe right, and it would bring up Star Wars characters for you to match with, things like that. And it was really fun to see the pitches, and also like deeply fun to have like just really fun, silly hackathon ideas. Cause I feel like I haven't actually participated in a hackathon, but I've helped organize them, and it's usually more serious than that. So that was a fun way to do it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this. One of my favorite things they did is you have enamel pins from the event that you earn by doing different things. So for example, I was just talking about the hackathon. There was a hackathon specific pin that you could only get from doing the hackathon. There's one for lightning talks. There's one for, actually, let me just show you mine. Let me just show you. Okay. So, start over here. This is the quiet coder pin. Oh my gosh. If I can't figure out how to make things, how close do I need to get to you? Maybe my autofocus is off. I'm going to get up. I'm going to make this happen because y'all need to see the pins. If you don't see the pins, it's like, what is the point of anything at this point? I'll just zoom right in on me. Okay. We can stand. Where's the focus? Focus on Ariana Grande. Focus on me. Oh, okay. There we go. It's not the zoom that's the problem. It's the focus. Okay. Yeah, my autofocus is off. I don't know how cameras work. Okay, so starting from up here, this is the quiet coder pin, which you get if you're just like in a corner coding away. Quiet as a mouse. I actually asked for this one from the person who had it because I was just like, that's my favorite design. Can I have it? I didn't actually earn it. Don't tell. Okay. And then this next one is like the Omega lol, like you made us laugh. Little clown emoji face. This is the pin I was telling you about that we did soldering for. And these are the LEDs if you can't really, there you go. Can't really see. Let's see. This one is polyglot. Burp, burp, burp. So either talking about or knowing multiple languages, which I like this design a lot. I like the little circuit board tongue. Guru, I think this was for being knowledgeable about something. And then the first one I got is this peacock, which was for being brilliant. So my pal Aisha was like, I like your tattoos and hair. Here's a peacock badge, which I thought was really funny. Pluto is a planet. Thank you for the subscription. These emojis are for you.
Subscribed for 26 months.
26 month streak. That is a lot of months. Hello. It's good to see you. This one is for doing a live stream, which I'll talk about next. This one was the lightning talk one, which, oh my goodness, how cute is that? This is for blowing their mind in some way. This is the plural site one, which everybody got just for attending. The I is like talking about the future, which I'm pretty sure I got from talking with folks about ADHD things. And like, I hope that the way that we diagnose people and especially how we support children changes, which is really funny. Cause I think when they were planning this one out, they were like, yeah, it's when you talk about like AI or technology that we'll use in the future. And I was like, yes, I'm going to talk about ADHD again somehow. And then these are the pronoun pin badges that they had, which are actually my favorite pronoun option. Like I see like a sticker or some kind of like, thing that attaches to your badge, but I really like this pin. I think it's from HRC, Human Rights Campaign, because of the little equal sign on the bottom. But I'm going to take this off and like put it on other stuff because I think this is a good pronoun pin. I'm going to keep it. So yeah, and then I'll show you the badge again since I couldn't show you very well before. That's my badge. It's cute. Jail codes, hello! I'm just showing off all my pins. And now I'll zoom back out because I don't know how autofocus works on this. Burp, burp, burp. Burp. Is that good? Am I in focus? I think I'm a little less in focus, actually. There we go. Don't look too close. I'm not wearing makeup today. Okay, it's a whole story. But yeah, so the pins. I loved the pins. I thought the pins were so cool. I'm totally stealing that. Like I've been telling people at my job about it because I would love for our events to have something similar. I thought it was a great way to encourage people to participate without like it being high pressure, but you get like a little reward. And I don't know, it like gamifies it, right? Like we're all nerds. We like gamifying things. Exactly. Earning them like Pokemon badges. Like that's literally exactly it. It was so much fun. Yeah. I remember when you did that. And I think enamel pins are pretty inexpensive to make. And yeah, it is harder when everything's remote. It's true. But I like these a lot. And also the creative team that designed them. I mean, the designs are really beautiful too. Like I feel like I could actually use these without being like, oh, you can tell this is related to this one event, right? Like I love the quiet coder pin. I'm going to put that on something. And I really love the polyglot design. Like these are really cool. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like I feel like everyone I know went home and was like, let me tell you how I earned each of these pins, right? Like, so it was really helping. Oh, they designed them from scratch. Yeah, they designed them from scratch. These are all custom for the event. That's my understanding. So, do what you can. Because yeah, you could also buy like if you wanted a lower cost way or you didn't have like a design team or whatever. Hello, ending with Allie. I'm just going through talking about the Pluralsight link. Currently talking about all the enamel pins you could earn. But yeah, I think this would work really well for our events for things like we don't really do the unconference style of things necessarily, but it could be like you went to this happy hour or we overheard you helping someone else. Like maybe we could do a mentorship thing. Like I'm absolutely stealing this for whatever event I plan next because it is like my favorite thing that they had. And I think it worked really well. Okay, so I said this one was for doing live streams. Let me talk about that. So they had this absolutely incredible live streaming studio there. And I'm going to pull up the picture because I did not take a picture because I'm a silly goof. I'm a goober. But luckily other people remember to take pictures more than I do. So we have evidence of the thing. Here, I'll show you. Okay, so this is it in action. That's not a good picture. Hold on. I'm going to find a picture of the whole studio. But it's the nicest big goof hours. It's me. Hello, Liz. How are you doing today? It is the nicest stream setup I have ever seen at an event because I have done live streaming at events before. And this is a good one. It's always just been like, here is a random backdrop and one computer with one mic. Good luck. This was a whole setup. Look at this. Look at this. They had neon signs. It was all New Orleans themed since that's where we are. We had an on-air sign. And what you can't see from this photo is the other side. They had a multi-camera setup. So like if I open this and zip through, you can see, look, they move. Yeah. 3 moving cameras, 2 producers, 6 microphones. And the microphones were also like really small and nice. So I was like, this is nice. Neon signs that only sometimes shock you. Yes, absolutely. That is the... That's the nice thing. Yeah, and they had like lower thirds come up on the bottom with everyone's name and things like that. Look, it's just so cool that they could follow who was speaking with the moving cameras. I think they just are like auto moving cameras. I don't know. I'm not a major. I don't know about cameras. I don't know anything. But it was so cool. It's like easily the nicest live stream setup I've ever seen at an event. Where was this live on? Oh, great question. This was live on the Pluralsight channels. I'll do a shout out. Pluralsight _live. Is it _live? Oh my gosh, I just tagged them in the title. So it was live on their Twitch and it was live on their Twitter and I think YouTube, like all that. But if you are a Twitch person, which you probably are because you're here, and I know you are, Allie, you can see it on their channel. So which ones? Yeah, I had a feeling. So I saw the chat and I saw that they were on Restream. So I was like, oh, I think they're going out just like everywhere. So they're on YouTube as well. And I think they'll live there forever because I want to link out to them. I ended up being on 3 different streams, which was really fun. So I was on one that was about, it was an episode of the Community Pulse podcast. And it was about like, how have we ruined DevRel and how do we change it? Which like, honestly, any single topic we talked about, we could have talked about for a whole episode. Like it was just too short to really dive into anything, but it was really a good time. It was so much fun. And then I was on one about, great news. This is the official Twitch shout out. It's a newer feature. So that's why it looks so good. Because wait, I think I have My unofficial one actually pulls up highlights. So let me see what it looks like if I do Pluralsight live, because I don't know if people highlight their streams or not.
Pair that with Node.js or
it pulls up
Electron or any of the other JavaScript
but now it's so loud
and systems out there.
Let me turn it down. But yeah, that's how my it's loud for me because I can't turn it down. How long is this gonna be? Help. How long is this highlight? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Twitch now has it built in, which is way better. Do I still have your New Relic set up? What do you mean? Are you asking me or rephrase? I'm confused. But yes. For my stream equipment? Yeah, I have mostly New Relic stuff. Yeah, I bought most of it because it was already set up. But I've changed a couple of things out, but it's mostly the same. I want to do a custom shout out, but I've got a game to make and then an Arduino. Like, yeah, you got projects. I like the custom shout outs I did, but like it's so hit or miss based on because it uses Twitch highlights. So some people use it and some people don't. But yeah, so then I was on one about live streaming about live coding, which also Coding Vibe and Shell Codes were both on. And then also Meta Dev Girl and oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to remember Claire's because it was like something Wolf. Help. Someone in the chat, help. And also Aisha Codes was on it. So that was like a delight, a good time talking about all the different ways that we live stream technical topics because we all do it in different ways. It was funny because I was talking about like, what do you do if you only have, Maya and Wolf, thank you. I was talking about like, what do you do if you only have like one person or two people watching? And like, how do you handle that? And then Claire was like, sometimes I only have like 60 people. And I was like, we are playing two different games. But it makes sense because I think Claire comes from 100 Days of Code. So I think like the built-in audience was already there, right? So it's just a little bit different, but I thought that was really funny. But yeah, and then I did another one about ADHD. 100 devs. Did I say 100 Days of Code? I did, didn't I? 100 devs. Thank you. They are different. And then, we did one about working with ADHD and working in tech. And that was a lot of fun too. Becca was on that as well as Wesley and Coding Vibe. Colby was on that as well. Is that everybody on that one? I think so. But if I'm forgetting anybody, it's because I have ADHD. So like it kind of works. But yeah, that was so much fun. Like when they were like, oh, we've got this live stream studio and you can sign up for slots. And like, people were collaborating in the Slack about like, oh, I want to do something on burnout. I want to do something about equitable product development, burnout in tech, like, all these different things. False external perceptions of the tech industry. I thought that was an interesting topic too. I was like, man, people are so creative. I hope they have fun. But I didn't see myself like organizing anything or maybe getting involved in anything. But then, I kept being asked like, hey, would you like to speak about this? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I like streaming. I like talking. I have opinions. So that was a delight. I'm really glad that they had that. And it was so smart because like, here's this large group of content creators who do developer education in some way. Like, let's get them together and talk about being smart and all the different things that we do in our day to day. So that was a really great way to meet people as well and like connect over different things. They had a regex challenge. I wasn't there for that, but Coding Vibe, I heard you say that this was not correct and you are very passionate about that. And I'm proud of you. And I think Shell Codes, you were there as well. Y'all nerds doing a regex challenge stuff. Come on, you nerds. And then, okay. I'm talking through the second day. Okay. So we took a break and then it was time for dinner. And for dinner, because it's in New Orleans, how do you think we got there? Oh, he pointed it out on his Twitter. Okay. It was actually a second line. We did a second line. Twitter is brutal. I love that. So this is a video that my new friend Brooke took. So basically in New Orleans, the first line is the marching band. The second line is the revelers that gather behind the marching band. So they hired a marching band. This was like a high school marching band to take us from the hotel to our dinner. And then, yeah, you go behind it and you shake your little napkin and maybe you have like a little tambourine or whatever and you just like vibe behind. And then like, it was so funny because people were like, oh my gosh. And then just like random people that weren't even part of our event joined in. And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens with the second line. Like people party, like, you know, they see something's happening and it doesn't matter if they're not part of it. So like it happens for funerals, it happens for weddings, like any sort of celebration. I had actually done one previously because my parents are party people. And when my dad retired, we went to New Orleans for a retirement party and they did a second line for his retirement. So I'd already done one before. And so I'm good with like, I've had that life experience, whatever. Colby, coding vibe. Oh my goodness. You were like, absolutely not. I refuse. The secondhand embarrassment is too strong. I can't handle it. I don't want people looking at me. Like, I'm not doing it. So we decided to like, well, Coding Vibe took a nap and I just laid there and played my stupid little phone game. But like we took a little rest between like doing stuff and dinner. And then we could hear the band starting up outside. And we were like, that must be them. So that was really fun. And then, yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed it. I'm also glad that I've already done it. So I didn't feel like I had to do it. And I'm happy to not do it because of all the reasons Coding Vibe said. I'm neutral on it. I would have done it if I was alone, probably. But I was enjoying laying down because my feet were hurting. So 10 out of 10, good experience. So that's what we did. And then we went to this place called Muriel's, which I guess is like another historic New Orleans place. They had a tarot card reader. And I'm actually really bummed about it because I was too deep in conversation and I didn't get my fortune told. Oh yeah. And it's haunted. That's right. It's haunted. But like, I feel like everywhere in New Orleans is haunted. But yeah, I didn't get my fortune told because I was too distracted and talking, which honestly checks out. But it was really fun. I heard the food was really good. I had a vegan pasta thing, so like it wasn't the same as everyone else's thing. Like they had like a whole turkey that they were cutting and like fancy desserts, and everywhere had bread pudding and bananas Foster and like all the like classic New Orleans-y foods. Gator sausage everywhere, or no, just andouille sausage. But I think one of the meals had gator sausage. Y'all are regex in my chat on a Friday. Yeah, on a Friday. I say that like I didn't hyper focus and learn regex stuff in one day, but whatever. I've got my notes still over here. He wanted a minimum of 1. I could do it if I looked at my notes. Look at my 2 pages of hold. Just all regular expression nonsense. I did the free code camp one in one day. I took my Adderall and then started streaming and was like, let's go. Remember when Adderall used to work? But yeah, that was actually really fun. I'm glad that even though I missed out on the fortune telling, I got to do the rest of it because, yeah. And like, again, like it just had such a good time meeting different people. And then, oh yeah. Okay. So then that brings us to Sunday, or no, I keep thinking it was the weekend, but it wasn't. It brings us to Wednesday, which was the last day. And oh wait, I have a picture of the view from the restaurant. Ta-da! So we were on the second floor and they had like this whole balcony. You can see a horse-drawn carriage because that's the thing they do. Although the horses look suspiciously like donkeys or mules to me. I'm just saying they don't look quite like horses. And then yeah, there's people set up to do fortune telling stuff in the square as well. And yeah, you can see a couple of attendees. I tried not to get anyone's face super in it. And I believe this is like the Supreme Court, the Louisiana Supreme Court. Okay, thank you, Liz. I knew you'd know. I was thinking mules as well because they're not fully donkey looking, but like they have suspiciously straight mohawk type manes. They're better at it. That makes sense too. We saw one where the hooves were painted like glittery blue, and I was like, I'm too vegan for this. Anyway, so yeah, that was the restaurant that we went to. And again, like, I just love all the historic buildings. It's so good. And then on the last day we did, I believe horse donkey is mule. Okay. I'm not a mathist. Okay, y'all. But you kind of are. So on the last day we did the Tech Tips Showdown. The way that this worked was they ended up doing a bracket style like 1v1 situation. And before that, everybody submitted their best like tech tip. I'm glad that everything we know from Minecraft. So I submitted 2 tech tips, and I was surprised by the one that actually ended up making it into the final, which was you should delete the Twitter app from your phone. My other tech tip was that learning in public is good and you should do it, which I thought was more practical and more like a thing I could say more about, but they chose the Twitter one. Chill codes, you also had one that was about get dash P. Stop using it. Is that correct? I'm not a GitHub. I don't go here. Git commit dash P. There we go. Okay. I was close. Git add /P. See, it was different. And then Colby did one about versioning, versioning software. Use a versioning software so that you have things done for you instead of doing them manually. See, I'm technical. And yeah, that was really fun. Both of y'all made it past the first round, which was awesome. So the first round was you have a minute to elevator pitch your tech tip. I guess I'll zoom out on this so we have something to look at while I'm talking. Just not git add dot. Got it. Okay. So the first one was you have a minute to do an elevator pitch for your tech tip. The second one was you have 45 seconds to do the same, but then you have to use a whiteboard to draw out something that has to do with it. And then the third one was you have to actually argue for your opponent's tip. And then the fourth one was talk about anything that's completely unrelated. If I had known it was going to be like an improv challenge, I would not have signed up because like that's not my instinct. And if I'd known it would vary that much through each round, I'd be like, absolutely not for me. But luckily I didn't know that. And I did sign up and I won the whole thing, which is the most surprising part because I am not a winner. Okay, this is true. I did bribe Chill Codes because so in the second round, I went against Colby's tip, which was like honestly cruel because Colby's much more entertaining than me. So I was like, and he had an actual technical tip when mine was like just delete Twitter and love yourself. So I was genuinely shocked. And yeah, what, I need to get a Mastodon? Absolutely not. Shell Codes? Yes, because Shell Codes does not have a digital home right now, as we've discussed. But Shell Codes was sitting, so the way they had people vote was like, just go to the person that you want to vote for, like stand over by them. And Shell Codes is sitting right in the middle. It was like, I don't know. Like what I really want to hear about is Mastodon. And I was like, if you vote for me, I'll talk about Mastodon in the next round. But I didn't get a chance to because in the next round, they made us talk about the other person's tip. And I was like, I wasn't planning to lie about my campaign promise, but that's what happened. But look, okay, I already told you my hot take is not everything needs to be decentralized. And that's what I think about Mastodon. Okay. That's like my main thing. The other thing is, like you said, and like we were talking about, because it's decentralized, if your server somehow goes kaput, I think you lose all your data, and that's kind of garbage. Like it sucks that you have to trust your individual server rather than a larger thing that has more of an incentive to keep it going, like Twitter, right? Because it's centralized. And I think that the decentralization is also confusing for the average user. One of the reasons I have not made a Mastodon is because I have different circles of people that I follow on Twitter, and only one of them is people from the tech industry. And all the people I know who are not from the tech industry are not on Mastodon. Like all my artist friends are going to like Pillowfort or Tumblr. All my knitting friends are going to Instagram. Like, right? Like it's just not the same. So I don't know that there's a lot of appeal for me in only following tech people on a certain platform. I just don't feel like it would serve the same purpose as Twitter, which I know it's not the same, but okay. No one was talking about Mastodon. You're not wrong, but I've noticed when trying to follow people post event, there's a couple people you go to their Twitter and it says no longer active, now on Mastodon. There were like 2 or 3 like that I found so far. So like it's happening. Got to join a fat server. It's hard to find people. I've heard that. Like Mastodon's better in that better than Twitter in that you get to actually see the toots of the people that you follow, but you can't, like the discovery is not as good, right? That's what I've heard. And one of my main things I liked about Twitter was that I could see other viewpoints or like other perspectives a little bit easier. So Let's just make herdofmastodons.com that joins all the mastodons and allows you to follow them and aggregate everything. Well, that's the thing. You can follow people from other servers. It's not like you can't follow people from other servers. It's just that it's all decentralized. So all the other things are disadvantages. You know what I'm saying? So like you could make herd of mastodons, but like what does it do that's different than Mastodon? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. There's no bubbling up of anything. Oh, you mean like saving stuff historically? Like, are we doing like an archive.org thing for Mastodon? Yeah, I don't know. I think the way that it's designed is not compatible with it being like the Twitter replacement. And that's why I haven't joined. But I don't know if that's like actually a reasonable argument or not. I think I'm kind of being like a child about it because I just don't want to accept that Twitter is so dead. But now I've deleted the Twitter app off my phone. So maybe I'm getting closer to accepting it. I don't know. Anyway, I won that. I went up against so many intelligent, wonderful, beautiful people who had actual tips, and somehow I won. I went up against Ben Greenberg, who I worked with at New Relic, who is very charismatic and very funny and can make us anything entertaining. And his tech tip was, I haven't touched my computer enough. His tech tip was always bring an HDMI cable. And somehow I beat that. I won through arson. Okay, not wrong. So I did end up having a crowd of people chanting arson. This was actually during the round I went up against Ben because Ben was like, okay, so like, let's say you want to delete Twitter off your phone, but what if you want to delete all of Twitter? What you need to do is go to the server and unplug the cables. And you know what you need to do to check the status of Twitter is you need an HDMI cable and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, first of all, if I was going to delete Twitter out of existence, it would be through arson. And somehow people accepted that. I don't know. But hearing my words reflected back to me, I don't know. I am who I am. I've always been the way that I am. But I was like, Ben's tip is just about being unprepared, okay? Ben's tip is he was unprepared. And he's trying to make that into a tip instead of just acknowledging that he was unprepared. My other point was also, I've worked in DevRel long enough to know that if you don't have an HDMI cable, someone else does. Because he was talking about like, there was no Amazon Prime Now. How was I supposed to get an HDMI cable? And I'm just like, talk to anyone. Oh my God. Yes, I still can't believe it. So I got a LinkedIn request from someone at the conference and they were like, oh, it was so nice to meet you. And then the end of it was just like, arson. That's got to be the best LinkedIn request I've ever gotten. Like, how can you make a LinkedIn request fun? It's so good. So yeah, I ended up winning the whole thing, which is wild. And I won. Ooh, actually, let me pull it up. I won a Sennheiser mobile mic kit, which I forgot there were prizes actually, because I was so stressed out by like, oh God, I'm going against people. Oh yeah, if I need to check if they've taken down Twitter, I'll use my phone. Damn, that was me. I really did that. I don't know. I'm surprised people were into that, but God bless. It was great. So yeah, I got this mobile mic kit. I don't feel like I was ready. Okay. That was really off the cuff. And I might have you notice I managed to go second in all the rounds. And I do think that gave me an advantage, but don't tell. Cause I could just take them down a little bit. So this is, I got this mic kit. So it's like a mic for your phone. Like a quality microphone for like on the go, which is really cool. So I need to test that out because, I podcast and it would be actually really cool if I could just like take this little kit with me on the go if I'm traveling. Cause like this week we had to cancel recording the podcast because I didn't have, there we go. You can kind of see it. I didn't have my mic with me and I wasn't going to bring it. Literally the ADHD power of coming in and BSing it. Literally, I've been preparing my whole life for this. Well, that's literally what my takedown of Ben's tip was, but like, as if I'm not that person, like not to call myself out, but like there would be days where I wouldn't do the assigned reading, but I'd go to my college class or whatever and be the person participating most in discussion as if I was the person who did the reading. I'm sure that was annoying. I'm annoyed by myself, but I'm like, I got to get those participation points. Yeah. And it's got a little tripod. Yeah. So I'm like, should I be streaming? Should I be vlogging? Y'all want vlogs? Is the universe telling me to vlog right now? Wow. So yeah, and it's like a $200 kit. Like, thank you. I'm shocked. This does not surprise me, Liz, based on what I know about you in college. I know I met you in college, but it's different than like being with somebody while they're like in class, right? Like we never had a class together. So yeah, I'm now a pro. I now can live stream on the go. So yeah, if you have any ideas for that, hit me up. So that was like a highlight. I cannot believe that I won that. And again, like I would not have signed up for an improv challenge, which is hilarious because again, the ADHD power of getting in there and just bullshitting away, definitely a strength. But yeah, I have to be put in the high pressure situation, I guess, to do it. I wouldn't have signed up if I knew that's what I was signing up for. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Like it just kept happening. I just kept moving on to the next thing. And I was like, how? So yeah, that's like one of the last things we did, I think. And then, yeah, just vibing, more streams, more stuff. But the biggest takeaway I have, so if you've ever been to a tech conference, they talk about the hallway track, which is not an official track. Like usually you have tracks like, oh, we're going to do a track about Web3. We're going to do a track about AI/ML. We're going to do a track about this. So hallway track is like when you get in the hallway and you're deep in conversation about something, or you talk to a speaker after their talk about, you have questions or follow-ups about something. That's the hallway track. That's where you make those connections. And like, I love to watch a good talk. There have definitely been talks that have impacted me deeply, but the hallway track is really valuable because that's where you get that one-on-one time. And so the idea of this was like, what can we do to make this the most like a hallway track? How do we give opportunities for people to connect and make cool stuff together and collaborate in the future? And I think they did a really great job. I mean, the unconference stuff, like with the lightning talks and especially like having the stream studio just set up and beautiful and available for people to use, genius. And also I think something I'm going to pull to some of my events as well, because that's something we've been talking about in my job is like, we have these amazing champions that have mentioned like, we want more ways to collaborate. So we did a collaboration session where it was like, you could present whatever you wanted to present on that you've been working on. And then like people connected after the fact and like figured out what they wanted to work on together. Like you just have to make opportunities for people who already are smart or experts in their area to be able to work together. Yeah, that's what's good, is like just allowing that space. Yeah, because I can see the doubt of being like, we're just going to let people do whatever on our platform. But like, especially with something like a champion program where all the people in the program, like, they care about our company, they care about our stuff. Like they're going to put out good things. So yeah, I'm wondering, it would be cool to have something like this at KamundaCon, because last year and this year we're doing a hybrid event. So we have like some live streaming stuff in that sense, but it would be so cool to just like do some more unconference stuff and have some more open things, even if it was like, maybe not it's live streaming, but we're recording it and releasing it later, or we're recording episodes of the podcast or something. Like I'm taking so much away from this in terms of like just how to let people loose and let them do their own thing and make cool stuff out of it. I didn't see this, but Colby said that there were pods next door to this studio where they had like a ring light and a selfie stick, and you could just make content on your own. So maybe like me and him would be like, oh, we should talk about blah, blah, blah together. Let's go make a TikTok. I say that like I have ever made a TikTok, but like, just like allowing space for people to do those things. It's so cool. I'm taking that with me and I'm going to use that. And I'm going to be like, thank you, Pluralsight. Yeah, it was really cool. And I met so many cool people. I met people that I'd been wanting to meet for years. And just, I don't know, it was really great. Like I said, I'm being choosier about events, partially because I have a toddler and it's harder to get away. But partially because of COVID and because I'm being cautious with the risks I'm allowing, myself to take. But this was absolutely worth it. Oh, and also, if you're curious, you can absolutely do a live stream with a mask on. I did, Colby did, and you could hear us just fine. So you can give a talk with a mask on. You can do a live stream with a mask on, and it is fine. So yeah, it was great. I'm definitely having that like post-event hangover or whatever you want to call it, like just the sads after, because I'm like, oh, it ended on a Wednesday, so I have to go back to work on a Thursday. Like I don't even get like a little bit of time to pretend I'm not going back to work immediately. But I really do think I came away with so much inspiration and reinvigorated for not just my career, but also like creating stuff on my own time. Like it was so nice to talk to other people that do live streaming on Twitch, for example. Like, oh my gosh, Claire, what was her name on Twitch? It was like Mayan Wolf. Is that right? Yeah, Mayan Wolf with an E at the end. She said that she has foster kittens a lot of the time, and that some of her reward redemptions on stream, one of them is to like see the foster kittens, which and one of them, it's the highest value one, you can actually name a foster kitten, which I think is such a good idea and like such a fun way to do engagement and also like bring awareness to fostering. And I bet there are so many foster kittens in that area with names like Ruby and Pearl, which are Chael Code's cat's name, but just like nerdy names. Name that one JavaScript. Okay. Name that one Kafka. Incredible. I'm trying to find a video from Inside a Pod, but I can't find one. I think Brooke did one, but maybe it was the person that they were with. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I need to look through the hashtags some more because I bet, well, and like, you could have posted it later, right? Or haven't posted it yet. So I'm sure there's other stuff. Oh, yeah. It's so look at this. Look at the second line. Incredible. This was just like maybe my favorite event I've ever been to. Like just the people were great. The topics were great. I mean, I really got so much out of it. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The second line. Like people really had fun with it. Look at everybody recording. I mean, what a successful, like from an event planning standpoint, you get everybody recording and having a good time and posting like, whoa, Pluralsight got us a second line. And like what's wildest is I look at this video and I know the names of like most people in the video, which doesn't usually happen at a tech event. Like this was just the right size that there's still people I didn't get to talk to, but I feel like I know most of the people that were there. Like I said at the beginning, I got the vibe that it was going to be like DevRel summer camp, and that's absolutely what I came out with, is like, oh, these are people that I got to do, a small amount of things with for a small amount of time, but like I'm going to have these connections forever, and it's going to go further than this. We're going to write letters to each other. I'm going to see you next summer. Hags never change. Yeah, it was just really good. I think one of them quoted a movie that I haven't seen, so I don't know the quote exactly, but it was something about like when you meet someone and you know that they're going to be like a longtime friend. And that was the vibe that this had. Like everyone was just really positive and easy to talk to. And because it was people from the same sort of industry vertical, we all knew that each other had like a similar experience. Like, you can assume a certain level of knowledge, which is always kind of nice to have that, to start with, that even ground. Look at all these folks. Oh yeah. This was from the podcast that I recorded with Community Pulse podcast, which is run by Mary and PJ and Wesley. And then Ben and Jason and I were all on it as guests, which was really fun. Yearbooks would be a cool keepsake. Okay, actually, so I'm a stationery nerd myself, and I don't have my planner up here, but if you know Ramon, whose username is like Hola Soy Milk, he has a Hobonichi and said that I believe it's the one with like the daily pages. So every day you have a new page to plan. And he said that he started taking it to, he already takes it to tech conferences because it goes everywhere with him. But at his most recent one, he used it as kind of a yearbook and he had people sign in it, which was so cute. So you can always DIY your own little yearbook. Just get a Hobonichi. Yeah, it was just delightful. So yeah, I don't know. Is there any other questions or things you want me to cover? Oh, by the way, Coding Vibe, we were talking about that a bunch of people were laughing like a couple tables over. And I think this was the table, and I think they were talking about the Orbit community model using Mardi Gras beads, which is like so inside baseball, but I have been talking about the Orbit community model a lot recently in my job. So I saw this tweet and thought it was like maybe the funniest thing in the world. Yeah. Yeah. We're using a version of the community model to help measure our community health. And I've been doing like a lot of work and reporting around it. So I just thought that was really funny. Freaking nerds. It's just all nerds. And I love it. I love it so much. Oh, also look at these suits. What are these suits? What are these suits? So yeah, a big shout out to Pluralsight for putting on just an incredible event and having some of the coolest people ever. If they do it again next year, I would be thrilled to go, because it really was just like one of my favorite things and absolutely worth the COVID risk, when you're doing the calculus in your head of whether or not it's worth it. And especially because I've been sick for like 1,000 years this year. I don't want to get sick with anything at this point. It was absolutely worth it. And I'm just really feeling good about it. So yeah, catch me on TikTok with my new mic, I guess. Do we want to do JavaScript today? I don't know, y'all. I haven't done JavaScript in a while. Is it gonna be a nightmare? Is JavaScript already kind of a nightmare? I love Doohoo's emotes. They're so good. Oh, you know what's annoying? Okay, I added the new emotes that Liz made, and they are not yet approved. And I'm like, how absolutely dare you? Like, usually they're approved pretty quickly, but they're still in the approval process. So, oh, you would say that, Chailcoats. You would be like, you can do this. How dare you? Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long. Because we got to get the Miles emote. I'm also wondering, I want to look at Pluralsight and see what stuff they have that would be something I could learn. Right now, actually, and maybe I'll pull up Pluralsight. So right now they're having a promotion where you get like some free days until the end of the month, I believe. So I'm trying to see where it is, because I got it because I signed up for their skills day yesterday. Their tech skills day, because they were giving away 5 Steam Decks, and I want a Steam Deck, and also because I was already watching it on live stream. So I did registration because I would like a Steam Deck so I can play Disney Dreamlight Valley on the go. But I believe anyone can get free days for the next, why did I close Twitter? That's probably where it's going to be. I believe they're doing free days for everybody for the next couple bits. Here we go. Free week starts on Monday. Okay. So if you want to learn a new skill, or you like, I have a friend whose job involves getting a lot of certifications. So this might be a good way to prep for a certification. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So I want to definitely dig through here in a little bit and see. And again, because it's a paid thing, I'm sure I cannot stream it, but maybe I'll reach out to them and be like, can I stream it? Because even if I stream it, I don't know. Is someone really going to watch a stream from a small streamer who is struggling through a coding course to be like, I got the coding course for free? You know what I mean? Like, that seems a little, it's like at that point you can have it, but that's just me. And it is their stuff. So I can always ask. I've seen a couple folks be able to stream things that are paid like that just by asking. So not a bad idea to ask. Okay, y'all. So JavaScript, algorithms, and data structures. We're done with the basic JavaScript course. We're done with ES6. We're done with regex. We're done with debugging. We're done with basic data structures. Now we're on basic algorithm scripting. Holy crap. We're like further than I remember being. So this is, that's right. We're doing the hard stuff. These were all like word problems. Remember? So we did convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, reverse a string, factorialize a number, find the longest word in a string, return largest number in arrays. Oh, and I remember, was it this one that we did? No, it wasn't this one. It was one of the number ones I remember. Number ones? One of the ones, it was like an array of numbers. And that one took a while, but we did it. Oh no, it was this one. Hey, we already solved this one. Don't make me do it again. Okay, thank God it was still there. That took forever. Do y'all remember this one if you were here? Return an array consisting of the largest number from each subarray. So there were all these different arrays and you had to return the largest number. And we got there eventually, but it was challenging, and subarrays are challenging. And then I was like, I don't love this, because what I wanted to do was just, so my solution worked for positive ones, but as soon as there was a negative number, it didn't work, because I had done let current largest number equal 0. And I knew that this was a janky way to get it to work, but I also needed to go to the doctor. Oh, this is when I found out I had, was this when I found out I had strep the second time? Anyway, it's been a long journey over here, y'all. But yeah, so I knew this was like the worst Band-Aid over a solution that was possible, but it did work. And then I looked at some of the other solutions. So like, yeah, we did it, and it was gross, and it's okay. It's okay. All right, we're gonna try some stuff, but first we're gonna look at Pomo Farm, because I haven't even touched it today. And we're in winter. We're gonna pick all the things. We're gonna sell all the things. We're gonna buy all the things. Let's see, how many weeks do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks left in winter. And we have 79 peas. We're going to grow a hot cocoa. We're going to grow a sugar cookie. We're going to grow a cabbage. And we're going to water everything. Incredible. And, oh, that's right. We're saving our snails. Okay. So now we're actually... Y'all, we're programming. Twitty Such, thank you for the resubscription.
Twitty Such resubscribed for 9 months. Yeah, says the text-to-speech. Yeah. Thank you so much for the resub. It's good to see you. You missed the just chatting portion of the stream, but that's okay. You're here for the meat of the stream, which is the programming, right? That's why you're here. Oh no, why is it closed? That's weird. It's just a normal day, right? Is the 21st a holiday? I don't think so. Oh, water heater's broken. Yeah, the meat of the stream is actually Pomo Farm. I only program so that we can also do Pomo Farm. And the thing is, that's not a lie. Pomo Farm is really motivating to me, and I am fine with that. Okay. Let's do this. This one is called Confirm the Ending. Check if a string, first argument str, ends with the given target string, second argument target. This challenge can be solved with the .ends with method, which was introduced in ES 2015, but for the purpose of this challenge, we'd like you to use one of the JavaScript substring methods instead. Okay. Do I remember coding? Not really. Are we doing it? Yes. Okay. So right now, this is just returning the whole string. We want to return just the last target string, which is not always a single letter. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I should not use the built-in method to solve the challenge. Okay. Okay. Are we always doing loops these days? Is that what this is asking me to do? Let me think. I haven't had to think in code in a couple weeks, maybe longer, so apologies in advance for struggling. Because I think what we want to do is loop through all the letters until we check to see if the first one is correct. And then we check the other ones in the thing. Oh, yeah, I figured you messaged him. Sorry. Yes, Twitty Such got the hoodie. I forgot I'm the in-between here. So yeah, I think we want to sort of loop through all of the string until we get the target. And we want to do it one letter at a time. And then if it matches the first one, then we see if it matches the second, and then we see if it matches if there's any more. It wants you to use substring, which means no loop. Oh, okay. What does that mean? I'm going to Google this. JavaScript substring method. Oh, okay, so extracting characters. I remember this. Extract a substring. Okay, did I make notes on this? Because that would help. Is checking that the last four letters match the last four-letter word. Wait, is this checking that the last four letters match the four-letter word that they passed? It's not always a four-letter word. It's just checking whatever the target, whatever they put in for target. So in the first example, it's just an N. In the second one, it's ON. It's however many it is. Oh, and then if it's not the last ones, this is the tricky case I just saw here. So the word is in the thing, but it's only for the last one. So we actually need to check from the end. I don't think I have any notes on substring, so I'm gonna have to look at the internet. Because we're cheating out here today. Hello, Irish chat. Why does it say, or Irish chat, sorry. Irish trunks, hello. Why does it say first time chat? I know you've been here before. However long the second word is. Yeah, however long the target word is. The target string is, I guess. I understand it. I could be saying things entirely wrong. Oh, okay. I think I have some substring notes, but they're not great. I've got my okay, syntax. String.substring, start end. Start required, start position, first character is at index 0, and optional. End position, up to but not including. Oh, okay. I think I see what you're saying. So we could do the start position as not index 0, but starting at the back. Oh, posture check. Thank you. Let's stretch while we're at it. I am a slump. Appreciate you. But like, I think what maybe we could do, like, we get the length of the target string and then start it at whatever the length is. What am I trying to say? If start is greater than the end, parameters are swapped. So because you can't start at that. Okay, it starts from the back. That might be actually what we're looking for. Only the first, only the last. Yeah, text.length -1. Something like this. I feel like this is what we're doing. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get some progress before we get to our break because that's the way that it's gonna be. That's the way that it's gonna be. But I don't know if we'll actually finish this before break because I don't remember anything. Let's just call this result so that it's the same. Text is not defined. Okay, never mind. Okay, let result. Oh, this is not defined. That's why. String. Okay, so let me read this again. Extract a substring from text. Let result equal text.substring 1,4. So that would be starting here. 2, 3. Well, 0, 1, 2, 3. It would just extract hell. Is that right? That's weird. Oh, just L. So it starts on the next one after 1. Or no, it doesn't include the quotes. Okay, that's good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not inclusive of 1. Let's see. between two indices and returns a substring. Extracts from start to end, exclusive. Okay. If start is greater than the end, arguments are swapped. Does not change the original string. Target.length. So in this case, it's 1 minus 1. So this would start at 0. So then it would look for, it would start at the B, not including the B, and then check for N. No, hold on. The length is 1 minus 1. So it would start at index 0, which is here. That's not what I want. I want it, but I don't think that's what's right. Hold on. Only the last of the substring. Can you print the result in the editor? It only shows the test results. But I can make it be like print string. Well, what I'm actually doing is print result and return result. Why don't I know how to code anymore? Isn't it like that? Print is not defined. JavaScript print statement. Help. Help. I'm literally just trying to do a hello world vibe, my friends. What is happening? Why is it so hard? Console log. Thank you. God, my God. I told y'all it's been a while. Result is not defined. Okay, whatever. It will put it, it'll put it in here, but everything's broken. So this will only return the last character. That's not what I want. Well, yeah, it's not working at all, which is fine. Which is fine. So, oh, good news. I didn't use the built-in method ends with to solve the challenge. So we've got one test positive. So let me think through this. What this is supposed to do is this is only getting the last one. So, but that's not what I want. But I need to think through this again. So what this does is start position. First character is at index 0. End position, if omitted, it does the whole string. But I'm trying to do the opposite. If the start is greater than the end, parameters are swapped. If start is less than 0, it will start from 0. Only the first, only the last. Oh, that's it? That's all you're going to tell me? So what I want here, I know this is the part I need to change. Because right now the target length is 1 minus 1. So this is starting at index 0 and not... Is string the long one or the target? String is the long one. Which I believe is the one we're doing. Yeah. Let text equal, let result equal this. So string, yeah. Okay. So let me just take this away and try to do something like much more basic, which is like 2, and see what it prints. It should print something. Result is not defined. But I don't understand because it should be. Result is not defined. Oh, I need to put, got it, like that. But it didn't log anything. Kill me. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to figure it out. I wonder if I'll ever remember that. Look at the text highlighting. It's trying to tell you something. Yeah, that's what, because it's highlighting all of this, right? My brain doesn't feel like it's working. Sorry, y'all. Okay. It's trying to tell you something. Yes, it's trying to tell me that I'm dying. So this needs to be ahead of that. Look at this. Okay, we've got some output. That helps a lot. Thank you. Thank you. This was a team effort. I forgot return exits the function. See what I mean? If I miss one of the JavaScript streams, it's like I've never looked at it before, and I appreciate your patience because I feel like a dingus, and I appreciate y'all. Okay. I was thinking that, but I hadn't fully formulated the thought yet. Okay. All right. We're getting somewhere, y'all. Okay. So what is this doing? It is returning everything after the second index. That's not what we want. Oh, and also we're not actually checking if it's the same thing. Okay, so we're missing a lot of things here, and that's fine because that's what we're going to do. So let result equal. What we're trying to do. Okay, so I know this part is going to be if result equals target. Oh wait, there's a way, the arrow notation where it will just return true, right? Or like it auto returns true, but I don't remember. I need to look at my notes to remember this. Const my function equals parentheses value. Bow, bow, bow. If result, if conditional return true, else this. Return how do I read this? Return conditional if result equals target. Is that right? I don't think so. Okay. But then that exits the function. This is the mathiest part. I hate the math. If result equals target. Well, actually, we want to return it either way because that's the way it goes. Okay. Because we want to return either true or false. I'm thinking. I am getting too familiar with these chill hop tracks because I'm like, I know how they go now. If equal to target, then that is true. Oh, so I think we actually just do No, that didn't do it. Because we want to do... Okay, what I have in my notes, I'll just write it out for y'all. If conditional, return true, else return false. And that turns into return conditional. That's what I have in my notes. So I'm trying to... Oh, if I could spell return. Yeah, but I'm trying to convert it to this. So if result equals target, return true, else return false, turns into if result equals target, right? To take a look at your conditional. There's a problem in it. Oh, is it the double equal signs? Because one assigns it. My common problem. Oh, but it has to be... Oh, should we do strict equality? Converts operands of different types. Considers operands of different types to be different. No, I don't think we need to in this case. There's a lot of equal signs. Okay, thank you. That's helpful. Okay. So that's what we want to return. And that's also... Okay, let's figure out this substring thing. Honestly, it's like, that's one of the first things I learned, and yet I mess it up on the daily, on the every stream. Okay. So let's see. So let's go back to the idea of using target.length. That's going to return, yeah, it's going to start at the index of that. I don't think that works, but let me see what tests it does correct. Interesting. Okay. I'm looking at the test because I want it to tell me. Okay, so because it's doing the first occurrence of the first. Okay, let me look at one example. So we have open sesame and same should return true. But if we do the fourth, it starts at 1, 2, 3, 4. It isn't far enough. Which is why I think we need to start at the end. So maybe like target.length as the end one instead of the first one. Well, hold on. What am I trying to say? We want to start from... okay. I think we want to do string.length minus target.length. Because what that'll do is say the full length of this minus however long the target string is, start at that one. Okay. I don't think that's... Oh! I really said, that's not going to work on the first try. There's no way. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you. The math is mathing. Look, y'all, I did a math and it took me a bit to get there, but I did it. And I'm pretty proud about that. Math is hard. Okay. I actually found out about this resource that teaches math to kids and it tries to make it challenging and fun. I mean, I just described math, challenging. I think it's called Struggly, if I am remembering correctly. I was voting in the Webby Awards and I saw it and I was like, wait, this looks good for me. Yeah, Struggly. So the idea is that, first of all, it's like gamified, right? Which is nice, but also it's talking about how, where was the thing I was looking at? It encourages you to struggle so that you get that as part of the process rather than just like getting better at math. Yeah, here we go. The best time for our brains and learning is when we're struggling. So that's like part of its success metric is to give or its strategy is to give you opportunities to struggle and then reaffirm your knowledge, which I think is interesting. Okay. A great teacher makes all the difference. I agree, but I've had good teachers. It's just that I had such an anti-math attitude at a young age, and I think it's very challenging for good teachers to overcome that. So even if the teacher was good and I felt accomplished and I understood the class, I was still but I don't like math and I'm not good at it. Yeah, I think it starts early, especially if you're assigned female at birth. Yeah, you get messages very early on that math is not for you. Which is frustrating. And I hate that I gave into that in any way, shape, or form, which is why I now do math for fun, ? For personal development. Repeat a string. Repeat a given string, first argument. For num times second argument, return an empty string if num is not a positive number. For the purposes, do not use the built-in repeat method. Okay. So let's think. What we want to do here is, I guess return string X number of times. And I feel this is not a hard one, but maybe it is. And return an empty string otherwise. So we're going to have an if else at least, right? I feel bad for my math teachers. I was a little asshole from the beginning. I do not have if statement notes because I remember thinking these are understandable. Okay, we're at break time and I need to run to the bathroom, so I am gonna do the BRB screen. If you are not subscribed, you will see some ads, and I'm sorry about that, but that helps us turn off the pre-roll ads, so when people come in, they don't get ads immediately. So appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around. If you are subscribed, you will see a clip show and it'll be good. All right, be right back.
And Fake Germano has an update here. Iron Golems built by a player never attack players.
Huh, okay. I took your pickaxe because I killed you.
No! Can I get it back, pretty please?
Do you promise not to kill anything?
Yes.
I don't believe you, but I'll give it to you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, I dropped it.
What else can I eat so I don't die then?
Like apples, berries. I have a bunch of berries. You want some berries?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Are y'all ready? It's about to happen. There's like some glue on this side here. Come on, buddy. Oh, there we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Now it's stuck on the ears. The nightmare in Crete. Okay. MVN. Exec. Colon. Exec. Enter. After a few moments, a window like the one above will pop up. Copy the URL in the dialog window to your clipboard and click yes. Only supported. Error occurred during initialization of VM. Server VM is... Thank you. I've got my... It was previously an iced coffee, and now it's just a very watered-down coffee, but it's a pumpkin spice iced latte with oat milk because I'm gay. Looks gay. Exactly. You get me. It's the first seasonal drink of the season. Literally hive mind. I love it so much. Chris?
Underground?
Chris?
I need food. Around the village.
I'm exposed. Oh no! You're gonna kill me. My pickaxe. No. You're shooting me.
I speak for the animals. Oh man, I pressed the button. Chris really thought I can just kill this beautiful sheep in front of Mia and it's gonna be fine.
I didn't know you were there. I needed to eat. But if it makes
Hello. Not me talking to myself. I said, Coding Vibe, I saw your message in the Discord, and now I'm cringing out of my skull because that is my nightmare scenario. His skip level manager accidentally sent a message to him instead of his actual manager, and that is a thing I worry about doing constantly. Terrible. Also, the Minecraft clips. My goodness, I need to adjust the sound levels on the clip show because I feel like, at least for me, it's super loud and I hate it. And I know there's probably a way to do it, but there's just so many settings. And I'm not a pro streamer, you know? I'm doing my best over here. Oh, it's non-existent? I think that's my fault because I keep hold on. I also think the background music is not going for y'all. So I just turned that up a little bit. It's quiet. Okay. All right. We'll figure it out. One of these days when I'm not like already, I just turned it up. So let me know if you still can't hear it. One of these days when I'm not running late to stream, I'll actually check some of these sound things that are deeply not interesting to me, but that matter to y'all. So yeah, I'm looking at my volume versus the background music, and it should be okay. But if you have me turned down kind of low, you may not hear it. Oh, wait. I didn't pick everything. I'm going to close Pomo Farm and get back in. I didn't do my Pomo Farm things. How can I can't focus without Pomo Farm on. Excuse you. I got to do all the farming things during the break. Otherwise it doesn't work. There we go. Pick. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Look at all these things we have to sell. We've got hot chocolate. We got candy canes. We got, I guess, cabbage and cookies. Oh my God. We're rich. We have 5 weeks left. Got all the peas in the world. Let's grow some donuts. Let's grow a snow globe. Let's grow a sugar cookie, a candy cane, and I want to do cabbage so we have some stuff that's coming in the next week so that we can harvest more stuff. Haggle Swaggle, does it have a built-in Pomodoro timer? That's the real question. Okay. All right. Are y'all ready to get back to the code? Too bad. Too bad. All right. I really wish that Twitch was better about making you run ads. If I could, I just would not have ads at all. Because I'm not trying to make money on Twitch, so okay. So if num is greater than 0, else return empty string. If it's a positive number, and I think I need a semicolon there, but if something goes wrong, we'll check. If it's a positive number, return string. This is what I don't know how to do, because I don't think I can just return string times number. Although that would be great. That would be great if that's how that worked, but I don't think that does anything. Unknown token. Whatever, we'll figure it out. So if num is greater than 0, I'll take this out for now. Okay, didn't do anything correctly. I didn't think it would. Return string num times. Okay, I think I don't need the semicolon there because that actually breaks the if statement. Okay. We got the empty string correctly. That's good because that's the one that is the easiest. So that's good. Okay. Now we want to get, okay, and now we have the one that returns it once, which makes sense because I didn't do anything about repeating it. Let's see. I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna look for a hint. I'm not really sure how to do this. This program is very simple. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel great about opening this. Hint number 1, the program is very simple. I'm so glad it said that again. You can't edit strings. You'll need to create a variable to store the new string. Create a loop to repeat as many times. Okay, that's what I needed. We're doing a loop. That makes sense. So, all right, loop notes, come back to me. Every time I do a loop, I flip through my paper notes, and I know Colby over there is just laughing. For I equals 0, I is greater than I think we're gonna do num, but that might change. Okay. So what we want to do is say, for the number that you are providing, loop through the string and add it that many times. And we're going to do return new string. Let new string equal string. I think we need to define that up here. Okay. Because they said that you can't edit the string, you need to create a variable. Return new string plus string. That wasn't it. Okay, let new string equal string. That feels fine. If the number is greater than 0, do this. The else is fine. For we start at 0, we end at the number. So we loop in this example, the first one, it's 3 times. You need to salt base some curly boys. Oh yeah, curly boys. This is what I get for not taking loop notes. JavaScript loop Return should only happen when you are done with you are covered by palm of arm with the function. Okay. Literally JavaScript makes the most sense. No, I meant the least sense. The least amount of sense. In that it is used for everything and it's silly. For loop. Okay. Ah, yes, I forgot I need curly braces after the for bit. All right, let's get some curly boys in here. If that wait. What was I just looking at? Let's close some of these tabs. Can I tell you about guard clauses? Coding vibe, what is that response? What does that mean? I feel like it means you're excited about it, but it's not something I'm ready for. Is that right? It's PogChamp. I know it's PogChamp. Yes, you can tell me about guard clauses. That's what it's conveying, PogChamp. I can't tell if it's conveying excitement or if it's like vaguely threatening, like Liz said. Like, ooh, they're going to learn about guard clauses. Oh, why don't I do a do while? Or a while? Can I do a while loop instead of a for loop? Because it evaluates the condition first, so that would be a different way I could do it. No, that's not how I want to do it. Okay. Okay. So we got some loops. I think the loop for this, that, okay. And then at some point I need a semicolon. Okay, let's see. So what we're trying to do here, if the number is greater than 0. Oh, here we go. A guard clause protects a function from weird edge cases and bad data. It's a one-line if statement with a return inside it. If you use one, you don't need to wrap your entire function in an if or else. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably much more elegant than what we're doing here. Let me look for guard clause. JavaScript. Why is the first thing a medium? That's funny. A medium post. Here we go. The standard JS guard is if it's not, it will catch undefined, null, false, 0, or empty string. Do you want to check if it's valid? You do this. If this. In this piece, the code is executed if X is anything but those. It's a technique, not a language feature. I mean, that makes sense, yeah. But like, come on. So this person's specifically asking about undefined variables, which is not what I'm looking for. But I wanted it's a one-line if statement with a return inside it. Which I do have this. Yeah, here. No, that's not what I have. In your case, it looked like if nums are strictly equal to 0, return that. That's so pretty compared to what I'm doing. Okay. Condition not verified. Condition not verified. As in, you're not telling me that that's completely correct, or help. There's too many words. Conditional not verified. A guard cause protects it. It's a one-line statement. If you use one, you don't need to wrap it. Well, what I'm trying to figure out now is, do I put it, I'm going to guess I put it ahead of the loop I'm doing. Well, the other thing is it's not just that it's 0, it's negatives. So it would be if it's greater than 0. Return. Why can't I type the word return? Return empty string. Right? So that does what that was doing. Yes? Yes? And then we have this ugly for loop. Greater than right. What is conditional not verified? Like you're telling me that's not the thing. You're just giving me the format. I'm looking at loops because now the syntax is wrong on this. Oh, that's because we've got one too many curly boys. Yes, yes. And that didn't work. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. But now my thing is not returning the empty string. Oh, because I did the opposite. No. Is it greater than or equal to? Mobile be like. Okay, cool. That returned correctly. So it's if num greater than or equal to 0, squiggly boy, return empty string, squiggly boy. With, oh, there's a semicolon in there too. Yeah, mobile, watching code on mobile is a choice. I mean, I've done it, but yeah, you can't really look at it, right? Okay, let's see. So we've got one thing down. Now we're trying to do loops and remember how loops work. For let I equal 0. I is greater than num. Pre-roll ads are on. Run an ad break to disable them. Thank you, Twitch. I is greater than num. I plus plus. I feel like that's correct. This line 4. Because we only want to loop through however many number of times the number is that they're giving us. So like for repeating it 3 times, for this one, we want to do 3 loops. Well, hold on. If we're starting at 0, should we start at 1? Remember, when it evaluates the return, it returns immediately and exits the function. Oh, okay, so this is not in the right spot. Yeah, where do I put that? Because I can't put it. It was in the right spot. Okay, but then I have another return. I'm tagging the return inside your for loop, which also needs curly boys. Everything needs curly boys. Let me look at the loops thing, because, yeah. That's right. You don't return until after. Okay. And then I would do return new string. Okay. We've got another test working. So that's something. So this time it did it twice, maybe? This is it. Okay. Okay, now it broke. Good, because it should have broken. Because I think we need to let I equal 1 if we're going to do... Yay! Yay, I was right. It solved it. We did it. Okay. What I was going to say is I think the I equals 1 needs to happen, because if we're using the num here and it starts at index 0, then it's not going to be the right number, right? So you could either do I equals 1, which seems like the simpler way to do it, or you could do equal greater than num minus 1, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? That seems like the worst way to do it. Okay. Look at us go. Y'all. We're doing problems. We're doing math, even. But my God, I love when what they're literally making me do is things that are built into JavaScript now. They're making me do by hand, which is absolutely a math thing. Like, do y'all remember having to do like a more complicated thing? And then they're like, did you know about multiplication? You're like, neat. Or string equals empty string. True. Okay. You set new string to the input string. Then you added the input string to it numbers amount of times. When you start at 1, you're just doing it nums minus 1 times. Yeah, that's what I think that's what I was saying. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. Because I set it to already be the string. I could have set new string to be empty, which is what Shale was saying. Okay. So, math still remains my enemy, but we're trying. But yeah, they're really making me do things the hard way to understand this stuff, which is like, thank you, but also, ugh. Okay, truncated string. Oh, wait. Okay. I can answer this during the break. Cool. Truncated string, first argument. If it is longer than the given maximum string length, second argument, return it with a ... ending. Okay. I feel like I know how to do this, maybe? Or like, this isn't going to be too terribly difficult to figure out. Because what I'm thinking is, well, we don't have the edge case, so we don't need to do the guard clause, which is my new favorite phrase ever, because it sounds cute, honestly. But it's going to be similar to the last one, which is like, we're going to check to see if the string is longer than the number, and that's the first thing we're going to do. So let's just do that first. Okay. If str.length is greater than num, right? Unexpected parentheses. We're not done yet. Everybody calm down. Or expected parentheses. Okay, so if it is greater than the maximum string length, return, let's see. What is the thing that we did where are we going to be like popping and pushing and pulling? Slicing and splicing? Pop. No. Push. Python vibes only. No curly boys. I've just been away from it too long, okay? I don't remember curly boys. Push. What do you call this? String methods? Yeah, string methods. Okay. Oh, we could do string trimming or something. String length, extracting, slice. If you omit the second parameter. No, I don't think we're slicing. Oh, excuse me. Is it nap time? Okay. Substr is similar to slice. The difference is that the second parameter specifies the length of the extracted part. Let's see. Nap time, I wish. If you omit the second parameter, it will slice out the rest of the string. That is just the cutest little, I love emotes. Emotes are good. Please visit Microsoft and Microsoft is one of the example sentences. And then they replace Microsoft with W3 schools. Okay, I think we're using one of these, but I'm looking at some of the more advanced ones. We're not joining strings. We're not trimming the white space. Padding, no. No. No, not that. We're not getting a specific character at a specific index. Property access, no. Converting a string to an array. I don't think that's it either. I think we can do this without doing that because we're just trying to cut off the end of it. Let me go back up. Back up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Oh my God, this page is long. Here we go. So I think we're using, okay. Let me look at the difference between slice and substring again. Okay, so slice extracts part of the string and returns the extracted part. I think we want to do the opposite of that. Oh, have a good Chrome restart. Truncate a string if it's longer than the given maximum string. Slice is part of a string. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no, it's break time. Oh no. That's fine. I'll just think about this for the next 5 minutes while I do my farming over here. We have so many things. We have so many peas. We have 4 more weeks of winter. And we can grow a snow globe. Yeah, let's do a snow globe. And a snowman. And a sugar cookie, because that sounds fun. And a cabbage. And water. Beautiful. Perfect. I'm trying to grow every crop that is available in the season because I'm betting that's also an achievement. It's different types of crops, right? So we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Also, we're almost at year 2 of farming. This is probably not the most efficient way to play this game, but that is not the vibe. We have focused 50 times on stream. That is actually kind of buck wild. That's a lot of things. That's a lot of things we've gotten done in this stream. That's what it's called. It's called the stream. I need to check this text message and drink some water. I'm meeting up with a friend for coffee later today, and we're trying to decide if we still want to do that. or change things, reschedule. And I simply have not decided, actually. Yes, that sounds good. Do you mind coming to my side of town so I can get hello again home faster to pick up the baby? I'm trying to arrange coffee with a friend this afternoon and see if we're able to meet up today. Coffee Talk is, she's like, let's have a coffee talk. And I'm like, that is a video game, and Coffee Talk 2 just came out. I know what Coding Vibe's doing at some point, and it is playing Coffee Talk. Oh my goodness, I just looked at my email. I'm having the most annoying problem. So my credit card, I had to replace my credit card because fraud, I think. And it was either fraud or I lost it. I don't remember because it was several months ago. And I had to change all my auto charge stuff to the new credit card, right? Well, my original credit card expired, I believe, in February of this year. Anyway, it would have already happened, but the new one doesn't expire till 2027. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, for some reason now in April of this year, which is not February, but everywhere has decided that there's a problem with my card and I need to put it in again. So like, I keep having issues because I need to update my card everywhere, even though it's literally the exact same card number as it was, last week, whenever they last charged me. Yes, we do. Thank you for asking. So yeah, I'm annoyed. So I got another thing from our energy people that was like, we had a problem with your payment. And I'm like, when will this stop? I don't understand why there's a problem when it's the same number and the same information and nothing changed and I didn't get a new card. I'm not strong enough for this. I hate it. So yeah, I am annoyed, but don't know how to fix it without just doing it, right? So I guess I will change it at all the places that tell me to change it. That's nice. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe I didn't update all these whenever my last card number got changed, and so now it thinks it's expired. Is that possible? I literally have no idea. So anyway, it's bizarre and annoying. And especially because it didn't actually expire. I keep forgetting that it's a problem, and then every time it happens again, it annoys me because it doesn't feel like a real issue. It feels like a thing that they decided to make a problem. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work the second time. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what it feels like, is like maybe, it worked for a month or two and now it's not? Question mark? I don't know. Does anyone here work in payments? Can you tell me? Oh no, that's bad. I thought I lost my main credit card recently, and I was so annoyed because I was basically using Apple Pay everywhere that I could, and I was using a backup card that doesn't have as good of rewards or whatever. Whenever I couldn't use Apple Pay. And then I finally found it, and you know where it freaking was? It was just in my purse loose. It wasn't in my wallet, but it was in my bag. And I was like, I promise you I tried, but apparently I didn't try that hard. I was looking out for fraud just in case I left it somewhere or it fell out of my bag or something. And no, it was just there. I had it the whole time. Every time I used the wrong credit card, I actually had the correct one. I just didn't look close enough. That makes me feel really good about myself. It's fine. I can't believe we didn't know I had ADHD. Yeah, overalls. I need to get a pair of overalls that fits. Overalls are queer culture, and frankly, it is illegal that I don't have any that I'm comfy in right now because I'm a big overall person. I think I have 2 pairs. I guess I need to try them on again. I haven't really tried them since postpartum and, bodies. bodies do be changing. But I feel like overalls are the culture of my people. So, you know, I gotta represent. All right, let's get back to this. While our creatures do varying things, like this duck with the gnomes doing magic or whatever. That makes sense. Follow your heart, little duck. From Upton's. Upton's Naturals. The Seitan place. If you said something else with more context, I only got the from Upton's part. Oh, sure, why not? Sounds good to me. Okay. So I don't... Okay, actually, yeah, slice is correct because what we want to do... Okay, so first we want to do let new string equal string. If this, okay. New string dot slice. And we want to start from the beginning, which I believe might be index 0 actually. Start position and end position. First position is 0, yeah. And the last one is num. I don't know if that'll work. Okay, we've got some checks that worked. Let's see. Oh, and then we need to also add ... to the end. Plus, can I just do plus ... Yeah, okay. Y'all, we did it. We did it and I didn't even struggle that hard. That feels fake. That feels fake. I'm going to call it. Liz, do you know why? Do you know why Twitch is not approving your emote? Because now I don't have a celebratory emote, even though I uploaded it like a week ago. And that's sad. Man, that's wild. I did that way faster than expected. Okay. Finders keepers. Create a function that looks through an array R and returns the first element in it that passes a truth test. That means that given an element X, the truth test is passed if func X is true. If no element passes the test, return undefined. Very sus, indeed sus. They were like, this could spell out a cuss word. These 3 balloons could spell out ass or car or cat. I don't know, other 3-letter words. Okay. So let's see. Create a function that looks through an array and returns the first element that passes the truth test. It means that given X, it's passed if function X is true. I feel like this is going to be very simple, but the way they're phrasing it is not computing for my brain right away. So let's see. We're looking through an array, which I feel like means that we are looping, but maybe we're not looping. But it just feels like we would always be looping. ABL, always be looping. If it's not looping, I don't know what it is. But I can do the guard clause thing here too as well. Let me look again at... I actually need to write this down. If X, that. So then it's if it is not passed, return undefined. If feel like I didn't write any notes about if statements, and that was a mistake. The conditional is the hard part to me. So oh, I'm trying to say if it's false, return undefined. But I don't know that that's what's, I don't think that's what that's doing. Good shit. Okay, let's see. Gonna look at a hint because I want a little basic hint. Let's see. We need to return the element from an array that passes a function. Both the function and the array are passed into the function. Looking through the array can be done with the for loop. Okay, I was right about the for loop. For let I equals 0. I is greater than r.length. I plus plus. Function. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. All right, brain. Create a function that looks through an array R and returns in it the first element that passes the truth test. That means that given X, the truth test is passed if funct X is true. How do you comment out in JavaScript? I forgot. JavaScript comment. 2 slashes. Okay. I'm doing the, I don't know, is that HTML, CSS? Do you need a hint? Well, okay, so let me talk through what I'm thinking about. It says func X, but they're not giving me X. What they're giving me is num. And num is equal to 0 here. So what I'm thinking is I put num instead of funct X. And that's as far as I've gotten. I'm trying to figure out. I don't love that they're giving me complicated things to put in. Like this is num arrow num %2 is strictly equal to 0. So we're looking for something where the arrows have it. Arrow functions. Hi, Caddy. Do you hear that boy? Do you hear him screaming at me? All you need to know is the function you're supposed to run. Yeah, okay. That's what I was hoping, but it's also easier for me if I know what I'm doing. And I don't, does the function that I'm supposed to run take the argument num? I think so. It takes some argument. It doesn't matter what the argument is named. Okay, well then that's, okay. On line 4 is where I'm getting messed up, and that is where maybe it should be func r, ARR, because I can't just say func. That doesn't do anything. We're trying to find something that matches. Okay. Use your brain, Mia, here. Use your brain and look at the hints a little bit. Num is passed to the function. We will need to set it to the elements we want to check with the function. We will need to set it to the elements we want to check in the function. Okay. Create a function that looks through an array R and returns the first element in it that passes the truth test. So I definitely need R somewhere on this line. This means that given element X, which in this case they're talking about something inside the array, it's passed if function thing inside the array is true. If nothing passes, return undefined. Okay. So I think we're going to do something with R to the index of I. Basically, that's the loop. The loop is we're looking through the indexes of the array. And we're trying to see if function equals to that thing. If the function given applied to array, there's something there that I'm not getting. Actually, I may not be the way in which they worded it is weird. I mean, that's how I feel about most coding stuff, so fair enough. I'm trying to, because of this, they want you to apply the function to the data in the array and then do something as a result. Yeah, that's what I'm getting confused on though, because we've got this num. I'm taking this function and num every time. Like, really the function should take num as an argument, right? But what num actually is whatever is present at that level of the array, right? So I think it's like, if the function of num is this, if it's equal, return num. They want you to apply the function to the data in the array. Func just takes a number. Yeah, but it's an array. It's not, so it's tricky because I don't know how to tell it that I want whatever index we're looking at equal number. Unless I change this to num instead of I, but that doesn't make sense either. I mean, I know it can be any variable, but it feels messed up if that's what they want me to do. This is where I pause for you to tell me whether or not that's messed up. But let me read these hints again. We need to return the element from an array that passes a function. There doesn't need to be anything named num in your find element function. I don't know why I don't believe you. Hold on. Num is passed to the function. We will need to set it to the elements we want to check within the function. For this, return function num equals R1. I don't think that's it. I don't understand how this function would get applied to R if I'm not putting num anywhere. Because it doesn't know that num is the thing in the array. But I don't think it's funct R. Wait. Is it funct R of I? Okay. That function is passed in defined element under the name funct. Right. So the way you apply that to the variable is func whatever your variable is, right? And my variable is this, right? Did I figure that out? Ri? Array index, whatever the index array is, that's the variable we're checking. Okay. I figured it out with a lot of hints. Okay. And I know the rest of it's not right. We're not always returning it. We're returning it if it's true. If it's strictly equal to 0, in this case, actually both cases. Because this takes the argument num. Else return, well, I don't know yet. Okay, what am I missing here? We will need to set it to the elements we want to check with the function. Num is passed. Num is passed to the function. We will need to set it to the elements we want to check with the function. So it would return num equals that. Okay, all of y'all are cheating because you know r.find, which I didn't know was a thing. Okay, here's one with a for loop. Reread the part about the truth test. That is the logic you need. Also curly boys. Why do I forget the curly boys? Is it because they're not in my notes? Maybe. Create a function that looks through an array R. Check. Returns the first element in it that passes a truth test. This means that given element X, the truth test is passed if funct X is true. I think I'm missing like some equals here. Like I need to say, so right now I'm like, apply the function to this. But I think what I'm not doing is, well, no, this is arrow notation, so maybe it is. Trying to think about, as this is going through, we're trying to look for the one that is strictly equal to 0. But if that's not true, what happens? It's asking you to return the element not true or false. Right. But that's, okay. But that's why I did num equals. But I think I'm missing something else. Like it has to be true or false before I decide if that's the number that I return. Okay, yeah, okay, so here we go. For each one, I'm running this function. If the function is true, then I'm returning it. Which would be R. I. Hold on. I feel like I'm getting further away. Do you hear my cat though? My cat's screaming. She's saying, "Pet me." She yelling. No, I don't want to take a break. I want to figure this out. But I feel like we're probably further from it than we can reasonably do quickly. Wait, is it just if? No. No, because I don't remember how to do parentheses. Oh. Okay. It was just putting if. Oh my god. Yeah, I was getting hung up on but we got there. Oh my god, these are so silly. Yeah, I could clean it up a bit. Maybe that's what we'll do after the break. We'll see. We'll see if I feel like it, because sometimes you're just happy you finished it. You know what I mean? Pick all the things. Sell all the things. Oh my god, we made 982 P's. That's a lot of P's. We've got 3 weeks left in the season. 3 weeks, you say. 3 weeks. Do we want to build a snowman? Do we want to make sugar cookie, hot cocoa, candy cane, Brussels sprouts, cabbage? I follow a streamer who was playing this and was building a spreadsheet of the best margins for each thing. And I was like, I need access to this spreadsheet, because now every time I buy, I'm like, am I buying a stupid thing? I don't know. Okay. Takes 3 weeks to grow. 2 weeks. Oh, donuts only take 2 weeks. Let's grow some donuts. So we don't have all that much space in the farm. Yeah. Hot cocoa and a candy cane, and that's it. Water everything. Let me see how many more of the lessons we have under here. This basic algorithm scripting thing. We're still about halfway. We're 9 out of 16. So I was like, ooh, maybe we'll finish this today. No, we will not. And that's okay. Let's see. I need to pick a place to meet my friend in a few. Coffee near me? There's like a Starbucks nearby, but I'm trying to find a more exciting place than Starbucks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Also, does anyone have a patio ever? Because there's one nearby that's cute, but it doesn't have a patio. And some of these are in areas without any parking. Everywhere should have a patio. You are correct. More and more people are saying it. Patios are a vibe. I feel like Seattle doesn't have a lot of patios because the weather's not great, you know? Well, I think it's great, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say with my bad English words. Sipping my latte on the patio, hanging out in a hammock. Similar vibes. Oh, now I'm finding places that are like 5 miles away. Don't be stupid, me. Hammock. I know. I want to buy a hammock, but since I know we're moving soon, I'm trying not to. But also hammock. Okay, so there's a local coffee shop that regularly donates to anti-abortion causes, and like was asked to donate food during some protests several years ago, and they said no because they are deeply pro-life, and sent like a really nasty video that says lies and whatever. But they're like a local chain. They're called Summer Moon. If you ever come to Austin, don't go to Summer Moon. We don't support them. But I was looking at the reviews, and the one that Google pulled up for that, because it like pulls up little short reviews everywhere, right? It's like, it's coffee, get over yourself. And I'm like, I know what this is in reference to. Yeah, hammocks are apparently really cheap. There's one that's on Amazon that has like a pretty high weight limit as well, in case like you, like me, are fat. And it's like under $100. I was surprised. I thought they were much more expensive. As they crush their Bud Light, sobbing. It's literally probably the same people. Like, it's fine. You're allowed to support the businesses you want to support. I'm allowed to support the businesses I want to support. So saying it's coffee, get over yourself is a choice. Anytime. So that used to be back when I worked in an office a million years ago. That coffee shop was the closest one to the office. So if you wanted to get coffee or you wanted to like bring coffee for a meeting, that was always what people brought in like a big jug or whatever. And then a friend of mine was like, oh, excuse me. They were like, oh, anytime I find myself in that scenario, I actually just like donate $5 to Planned Parenthood or like a local abortion activism thing. So like if I have to drink Summer Moon when I don't want to, generally, I just donate $5. And honestly, that probably does way more than buying from them anyway. So I consider it like a little tax if I end up there for whatever reasons. But that hasn't happened since I work from home now. I have a lot more choice in my coffee consumption. But I think we're going to go to a Houndstooth, which is also, I believe they started in Austin, but they're in Dallas and stuff now. Local-ish coffee chain. And it's delicious. Coding Vibe, if you're here and you heard the word Houndstooth, and you would like me to bring you something back, just let me know. Let me know. Okay. All right. The Bud Light one is like maybe the weirdest thing because it's like, do you know the amount of companies that have been Pride supporting or whatever? Oh yeah, I'll bring you one. Let me know what you want and I'll ship it right to you. But yeah, it's just weird to me because it's not like it's news that like alcohol companies sponsor Pride events and also want queer people's money. But you know, that's just my opinion. Would you like an lavender oat milk latte? Right, that's what's the weirdest part. Like, yeah, it's nothing. It's such a nothing burger thing. I can't believe it blew up the way that it did. Like I first saw it and I was like, oh, it's probably just like one person and journalists decided it was a thing. But no, it's more than one person. Ooh, blueberry cobbler latte sounds like my jam. Wow. I was watching a YouTube video like literally yesterday and it's a gay guy who plays Animal Crossing and other games like that and just like talks about Drag Race while they do it. And I'm like, yes, I'm into this. And he was saying like, my coffee order, since I'm a little bit, is a lavender oat milk latte. And I was like, wow, I feel so seen and also called out. Blueberry lavender almond milk sounds otherworldly. It sounds dreamy, positively dreamy. I do the little limp wrist thing all the time. It's the worst. But whatever. It's fine. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Oh, we're gonna code. Oh man. Sorry if I am giving you the sleepies. It's this lo-fi. Vanilla syrup. Vanilla's good. Vanilla, good. That's the thing. It's both. It's both autism and being queer. Yeah. I mean, what am I supposed to do with my hands at any given time? Oh my God, we were at dinner at this event and they gave us Mardi Gras beads And literally the whole time I was just like, I'm going to fidget with these while I'm talking, blah, blah, blah. It's been 3 hours and I have made a knot and undone the knot like 50,000 times. Clearly I need like to just bring my fidget toys with me when I'm in social settings, because otherwise I'll just mess with whatever I have. And I don't know that that's better. I definitely, what am I supposed to do with my hands? That's my question. Also, I can tell that eye contact is making me start to be, okay, yes, you get me. Both of you. I can tell that my thing with eye contact is getting worse because I took a selfie the other day and I was like, ew, why am I looking at the camera? Like, that's so normal. Good job, me. Just, don't you think it's weird we look at each other? Anyway, I'm not talking about this anymore. I'm going to get the peer-reviewed diagnosis again. Okay. This is called Boohoo. Check if a value is classified as a Boolean primitive. Return true or false. Boolean primitives are true or false. So if it is either true or false, it should return true. If it's anything else, it should return false. And I think they did this with confusing variable names to try to trick me, but I'm not going to be tricked. Okay. I feel like I understand this. So if, hello, just a red shirt. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is Friday. We're having a good time. It's a casual stream. I talked about the event that I went to for most of it so far. Oh no, not meh on a Friday. Well, I hope you can turn it around. I hope you can, I don't know, drink a little drink. That's what I do when I'm sad. If null is equal to I think we want to do strictly equal. Yes, because later on they do strings. Haha. I do got a drinky drink. No, coffee can be fun, okay? We were just talking about lavender oat milk lattes and blueberry cobbler lattes, okay? You can make your coffee fun. Else return false. Right? Doesn't that sound fun? Should always make things fun. I think I need more things. I have 2 returns, and that's a problem. Does that go in there? No. I'm going to end up needing to make notes on if statements, and that feels silly because I've done so many now, but I keep messing up some of the syntax. And that's silly. Conditional statements, that's what they're called. Oh, it's the curly boys. It's always the curly boys. And then I think there's curly boys. Yep, after the else as well. Yes. Okay, unexpected token. Oh, I think it's actually if bool equals. No, that's not it. Okay. Okay, unexpected token. All right, if, show me if this. I feel like I should be able to do this in one line. If it's either of these values, return this. I know there's a way to do, like I could do, if it's true, return this. If it's false, return this. else return false. Also, it's still mad at me that I have 2 returns. We're going to figure it out. Look at where the syntax error is pointing you. It's pointing me at the or. Show me operators. Did I take notes on operators? That was so long ago, but I feel like it was just capital or. I did not take notes on operators. We got this. We got this. Here we go. Operators. It's not operators. What is it called then? JavaScript or. It's the types. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Everything but one. Is that Python? Was I doing Python? Is that what I... Python or? It literally is. Why is Python so much easier? I haven't done Python in literally years, and I keep on just being like, oh, this is called this, so I'm going to write that. Like I did it with the print statement earlier, and I just did it with the or, and it's like, girl, you haven't done Python in 1,000 years. Calm down. Everybody calm down. I just feel like it should be called, the thing I write should be the thing it's called, obviously. That is very Python. Okay, so now when we put false, it's not returning true, which is the problem. So why is that not working? Because if this is false, so if false equals false, it should return true. Why aren't you working? You're the tricky one. What if I flip it? Is it gonna flip the tests that work? Yes. Okay. So maybe it's the strict equals, but then these are not gonna work. Nope, they still aren't working. Okay. So the or operator might be the problem here. Wait, how do you do a comment in Python? Because that was the other thing I was doing wrong. It was literally the same. What? I didn't know I had any coding instincts, but it's cool that they're all Python. Okay, let's see. Logical or is meant to manipulate Boolean values only. If any of its arguments are true, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. In JavaScript, it's a little more trickier and powerful. My body's rejecting it. My body's like, ew, JavaScript. Bleh. Give me Python. Bleh. That's genuinely hilarious, though, because, again, did not know I had any Python left. Okay. If an operand is not Boolean, it's converted to Boolean. Works like an if statement to test if any of them are true. First truthy value. Is it because I need more spaces? I don't think so, though. No. But I feel like the problem is definitely syntax here. Why aren't you working? And you're not even working down here now. Okay, I'm gonna flip the order again because I think more of them were working, but that doesn't actually mean I solved anything. Pipe. I feel like, am I missing a... The thing on the right side isn't a conditional. Oh, okay, so I need to do bool equals false. That's... It does feel like that should work, right? There we go. Solved it. Solved it with the simplest thing. We're learning. We're learning slowly but surely, but it's happening. Title case of sentence. Return the provided string with the first letter of each word capitalized. Make sure the rest of the word is in lowercase. You should, for the purpose of this exercise, you should also capitalize connecting words like the and of. Okay. I feel like, isn't there a way to do this? Like, isn't there a string operator thing that does this? Oops, wrong one. JavaScript, I typed. Things are going well over here. We are awake. String templates. What's templates? Oh. That's not it. Okay. Converting to upper and lowercase. So I think what we need to do is there has to be a simpler way to do this. Because what I'm thinking is we go through, we grab the first character of every word, and then we convert that to uppercase. But then that means this example, we also have to go through all the other words or the other characters and lowercase them. And that seems long. Let's look at string search. No, this is just telling us stuff. Here we go. Complete string reference. Please give me this. Look at all these. Okay. What is to locale uppercase? Let's see. Convert to uppercase. Using current locale. The locale is based on the browser the language settings of the browser. Oh, so maybe if like, I don't know, you're converting to German and you need all the nouns capitalized? I don't know. Because that would just return like, yeah, hello world that's yelling at me. And I don't want that. There's got to be a way to do this. Starts with. Nope. Replace. Yellow world. Oh, I guess we could do some regex shit, but that also sounds stressful. How was the event? Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Genuinely my favorite event that I've been to since I've been in tech. I had a great time. Yeah, it was incredible. It was all people that are in some form of developer education. So things like developer relations or people who teach online in some way, some capacity. engineers that are internal, but also do some stuff on the side, things like that. It was a lot of cool stuff, honestly. I'm gonna cheat and search JavaScript title case because there's gotta be an easier way to do this. 3 ways to title case a sentence. How to convert string to title case. There's no direct way of converting a string to title case. That is illegal, actually. That is illegal. Oh, you're gonna stream chess. You're one of the chess kids I hear so much about. That's exciting. Are you... I don't know if there's a good answer to the question I'm about to ask. Are you good at chess? Chess old man. I I know how to play chess, but I don't think I have any skill. I've not done it since I joined chess club in middle school so that I would learn how to play, and then I immediately quit. Like, I just wanted to learn the rules. Yeah. I think if you play with any regularity, you're probably decent. But like, obviously there's the people that can like do it blindfolded and go against like 10 people at the same time, and like it's just totally different, right? But okay, so here's the one I think I'm gonna do. We can make everything lowercase and then make the first letter in each one uppercase. Oh, here's Colby giving a lightning talk. Speaking of cleaning up my tabs, here's Colby giving a lightning talk at the event. Super cute. I'm doing an elo climb to try to get better. That's so fun. Currently 540. The stream is hopefully to make it to 750. I wonder what... I don't know, have any context for the scores, but that sounds good to me. Isn't he cute? Isn't he the best? Yeah, we had a good time. I will have the recording on YouTube and also here on Twitch if you want to catch up and hear more about it. I talked about it for like an hour, and genuinely it was very, very fun. So yeah, if you're interested in learning about a cool event and my experience, and also I go through all the pins, the enamel pins that I earned at the event, because they gave out enamel pins if you completed like certain things, certain tasks, quests. Grandmaster is 2,700. Most people are like, oh, you're good if you're above 1,500. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm 0, so you're killing it. Okay, so 2 lowercase, which I believe it's, yeah, we do string dot 2 lowercase. So it's part of an overall strat to play less video games. That makes sense. I'm with you. I'm trying to read more, or like at least like look at fewer screens. Even if a book is on a screen, that's not what I'm talking about. Or at least scrolling less. So I deleted Twitter off my phone, and I've been playing stupid phone games instead. Because I realized what I was getting out of Twitter wasn't worth the scrolling. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, at least I'm relaxing and playing my silly little mobile game instead of doom scrolling constantly. Thank you. It's hard. I actually won a tech tip showdown by telling people to delete Twitter, which is pretty sweet. Actually, since y'all are here, okay, fine. All right, fine. I'll show you my the prize for that, which was this mobile mic kit. So it's like a little tripod and a mic for your phone that you can take with you. And let me actually make it so you can see it. This is the kit I got. Yeah, I won it for winning the showdown, which is like genuinely still so shocking that I won the showdown, because they were like really good public speakers and very funny people. So I'm still unsure how this happened, but and then by the end of it, I completely forgot there were prizes because I don't care. Like that wasn't why I was doing it, and I was like a little stressed out by the situation, so I was really like focused on what my arguments and stuff were going to be. But yeah, I got this little kit, so I need to play with it. It's pretty cool. Desk lamp phone holder. Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. Is it just a lamp that has a phone charger thing in it, or is it like something specific? But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use this to like vlog or do a TikTok. I don't know. I'm like, what should I do with this? I feel like the universe is telling me something here. So that's exciting. And wild. And I completely forgot there were prizes because I was just focused on my thing. I'm clicking on it on my other computer, so I can't see. Oh, this thing. Okay. So it's like a ring light that you can put your phone on so that you can make an overhead video. Gotcha. I mean, that does look easier than using like a normal one. Oh, these are expensive though. These are expensive, but they are cute. I mean, you could get any. Oh man, this is a good website. They're convincing me. That's pretty cute. I feel like that would be good for, yeah, I was just about to say for crafting and sewing and stuff. Like, yeah, genuinely seems really helpful. I think community outreach / branding is good on TikTok. Yes, true. Yeah, their podcast does get a lot of TikTok and YouTube engagement, which is cool. I want to get it for crochet and Gundam model building. Oh, I didn't know you crocheted. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of want to get a top-down camera for like notes, but I don't often, I don't know. Lately, I just refer to my notes. I don't necessarily take notes often. And I don't know, is it like interesting enough that y'all want to see the notes? IDK. But I do feel bad looking at something you can't see, you know what I mean? You are in safe company. We are all grandmas and grandpas and such here. You get ads for the lamp? That's super funny. They know. You super do? Okay. Watch me become a planning stream. I'm like, I gotta go live on Mondays so we can plan my week and my Hobonichi, which is not even up here right now, but I should bring it up here for my next stream so I can give y'all a cute little tour. I haven't used it much. I'm still figuring out my system. I don't know. We're figuring it out. That's the one hard, well, I was about to say that's the one hard thing about ADHD. Like all of it's not hard. There's quite a few challenges, even though there are strengths. But I was going to say the one hard thing about ADHD is that once you get your system working, it does not work forever. And you have to just kind of acknowledge that and then move on to the next thing. At least for me, that has come up a lot with planning, which is like I go back and forth with digital or paper. Oh, Legend Planner Pro. I'm looking at the pages. I want to see what's unique about it. Okay, you've got your weekly goals. And then, yeah. Okay, so I like a weekly planner that has like the week on the one side and then a blank page on the right. And what this does is it just fills out the right side for you. So it's like, what are your habits? What are your goals for the week? What's your work to-do list? What's your personal to-do list? Things I will do to make this week great. So like if you do not like the level of freedom that a blank page gives you, I can see this being useful. There's quite a few things in here that I could grab. Like I like the idea that you always try to write down like a new thing you want to learn every week. But I think I would get overwhelmed by just too many boxes that I don't prioritize all of them the same, you know? But it does have some goal setting structures in here, which is interesting. Did I reach the month's goals? If so, why? Why not? I complained at my therapist about that at great length and how much bullshit it is. Yeah, it is kind of bullshit. I don't like going back and forth. I keep trying to be all digital, but I go back to paper. So back and forth I go. Yeah, that's literally my thing. Right now I have most of my work stuff is digital. And I like having it digital because for a while, like, well, it's always accessible and I don't always have my planner. And for a while I was traveling a lot. So that was a lot easier than lugging my planner. Like I started really valuing my backpack space and not having my planner because my planner was like this size is the other thing because I write large. But some things I need to plan out on paper. Otherwise it just feels like I'm stuck in my head. Like if I don't have a clear structure, I want to be able to like write something down and then be like, no, that's not it. And move stuff around and whatever. My partner called me out the other day and was like, so do you like planning or do you just like stickers? It can be both. Okay. If stickers are motivating, that's not a bad thing. Stickers are good. Okay. right now I just, I mean, this is literally just a notebook. Like I had some to-do lists and all the stuff that's highlighted was to-do lists. So I have a couple of old ones in here, but I'm mostly using it as an actual notebook for notes at this point. Oh my God. This must have been about a year ago. I was playing Stardew Valley and there's Stardew Valley notes in here. Yeah, like this is from May of last year, it says. So I have not been using it for planning. But look at the front. Okay, it's a Hello Kitty Zodiac cover. Hello. It's so stinking cute. We got a little distracted, but that's okay. That was my last Pomodoro session anyway, because I need to start logging off soon. But hey, let's do some Pomo Farm and chat a little bit and figure out who we want to rate. Oh, we don't have anything to sell. No, so sad. We have 52. We have 2 weeks left in Pomo Farm winter. Yes. I will plant you. I think that's a big thing that limits us with ADHD and paper. We can't grab a phrase and move it around to reorganize the idea after we've written it. Yeah, rewriting isn't efficient. Digital gets there kind of, but it's so tough because then that's using a system. I should be working, but now I want to stream chess so I can get rated. No, stay focused. I promise you. I'm not bringing you enough viewers for it to be worth it. Yeah. Okay. That's why like Notion, well, but like, I like something like Notion or Obsidian, but I like my notes to have like highlights and bubbles and like more, like maybe even a little drawing. And that's not a thing you can do easily with those. That's why I like the paper. And I do think like there's science supporting that when you write something down, it sticks with you better than if you just like write it down digitally, like you type it. So I don't know. I go back and forth. It's really hard. I'm almost thinking about getting a daily Hobonichi, which is really silly. Because right now I'm not using paper at all. But part of me is like, oh, sometimes I could use it for like coding notes, and sometimes I could use it for like work notes, or sometimes I could use it for personal stuff. But then I'm like, is that overkill? I don't know. Yeah, I like Miro and I like Notion. I use Miro for work a lot. It works great for like any sort of meeting where you would normally be using post-it notes of some sort. That works really well. I liked my daily for work a lot. Then maybe I'll try that, but I just got my weekly. So let's just calm down. Let's try to use it a little bit before we just buy another thing and hope that solves the problem. Calling myself out here. But I feel like, yeah, for learning stuff, I don't know. Sometimes I want it to be in the planner so I can be like, oh, I learned this on this day, even though I write it down in the notebook. I don't know. It's silly. I don't think it works. I don't know. Maybe I want notes in multiple places. I don't know. Sometimes the notebook gets stressful because I'm like, well, if these notes aren't beautiful, then what is the point? Which is stupid because that is not the point. The point is to not have pretty things. The point is to have functional notes. I don't know. And therefore I get stuck and I loop a lot. But the one tool I go back to all the time is called Todoist. It's just a simple to-do list app. It has really good natural language processing. So you can say like, take out the trash every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, and it does great. Yeah, medication. I'm about to buy amphetamine test strips to see if my medicine actually has any fucking Adderall. Or, sorry, not to drop an F-bomb on stream. But it really feels like the Adderall ain't hitting, and I'm not the only one. It seems to be a thing. But yeah, it seems like that is a thing people are experiencing. And so I'm literally about to test my own pee to see if my Adderall is working because I'm so annoyed with it. Which is like, I feel silly complaining about because you don't even have access to your medication right now because of the Adderall shortage. But I'm like, well, is mine even working? I only use one little shitty pen. That does help. But like, okay, so like today, I learned a couple new things and I didn't write them down because they didn't feel big enough. But also if I had the daily, I feel like I could write down things that felt smaller. Does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah. Fingers crossed. It's a mess out here. We're all struggling. Even those of us with a prescription that has been filled. I swear to you, they're just giving me sugar pills. It just doesn't feel like it's hitting. And that's a big bummer. Remember that day I sat down and I streamed for 5 hours and learned regex? That hasn't happened since. yesterday I fell down a Wikipedia rabbit hole learning about banned gymnastics moves and different gymnasts. So like, that's cool. If you're in the chat and you have ADHD, which I think is everybody that's currently here, I feel for you. Things are hard right now. We're gonna get through this. Yeah, and I guess if it's notes that I needed and I wanted it outside, I could always copy them over. I don't know. I might do that. But I'm going to try to use the weekly and see if I even do that before I just buy another thing. But yeah, okay. Let's see who we can raid today. And if y'all have any suggestions, you let me know. Gonna see if we can raid anybody who's also learning coding, since that's what we were doing today, or anybody that I met at the conference. But I don't think any of them are on right now. Yeah, they're not. Let's go. Software and what do they call it? Software and game development. That's the category. Friday. Oh my God. I love that the first few people are like ADHD tag. Code Wars, fully React. Oh, Maddie's on. Maddie Two Shoes, my pal, my friend, with an accent that is delightful. Yeah, heck, let's raid Maddie Two Shoes, huh? Please go by and say hi. Maddie is a delightful human being. Talks about data stuff, but also just is a silly human. Has a lot of like games and stuff on stream. Why did that not work? Oh, I forgot the word raid. Good job, me. It was like, don't recognize this command, Maddie. Yeah. Talks about data, but has a lot of like, it's just a fun stream. You don't have to know anything about data to have fun. I know very, very little about data to have fun. To have fun, and I have fun. But yeah, there's games and stuff. And also right now he's in a bunny onesie, which is just kind of fun. Thank y'all for popping by. I wish I was streaming a little longer, just a red shirt, so that we could hang out a little bit more, but I so appreciate you coming by. Here, I'll make myself bigger. Hello. It's always a delight to see y'all and chat with you and share things and also learn a little bit while we're doing it. Have a good rest of your Friday. I hope it can turn around for you, just a red shirt, but everyone else, you too, get yourself a fancy little drink or a little snack or just something. Just do something to make yourself happy and take care of yourselves. I will see y'all next week. I should be here on Wednesday and Friday. I'm not traveling. I'm not sick. Okay, so I'll see you Wednesday. I'll see you Friday, and it's going to be a great time. Have a good one. Stay safe. Keep it cute. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye. Exec.
Mm-hmm.
Enter. After a few moments, a window like the one above will pop up.
So chill.
Copy the URL in the dialog window to your clipboard and click yes.
So chill.
Only supported. Error occurred during initialization of VM. Server VM is...
Hello, Mia. And welcome to the stream. So good to have you. Thank you very much for the raid. Oh gosh, Yost, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Mia. I appreciate it. Very different vibes to here. Super chill and cozy over there. I started saying Baby Ray with that emote and now I can't stop. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Welcome in everyone with the Rain coding vibe and just a red shirt. Favorite food is sandwiches, but what kind of sandwich? Because there's no